Yay!
All right. Does anyone want to do a recap before you start your planning discussions?
Well,
We travelled to the keep.
Yep, we travelled the keep. We had a look around. There was nothing much outside the keep, apart from some rather worn-away buildings. All the construction workers had gone away, so there wasn't the shanty town had all packed up and gone.
Also, the keep seemed different.
Yeah. And around nightfall, we wandered in and did some. Basically, tried to go kill this spirit, and we did okay, all things considered, until she extinguished all light sources, and all the people who didn't have dark vision had to flee.
Yeah, basically we handled it. We handled the pressure a little bit worse than a landmine. And, we
people,
exited.
you mean literally everyone but Shiro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
he handled it just fine.
Special one goes to Jaquan for invoking the power of the Eight, having the Eight's dubious intentions upon him, and grievously wounding the spirit. So hopefully that will make it easier for us to finish her off.
Also, we took some wisdom damage from her screaming at us.
And some aging.
She seemed to not want to touch us, which
I feel
was
like
nice.
the aging's
And there was
very
some aging.
significant.
Yes.
Some aging. Some.
10 years significant.
Best years of my life.
Yeah.
You're also forgetting the most important thing of the whole session.
Somebody
No,
dropped
the
their
donkey survived.
No, Sean is now the master. What is it? Necronomer? Necrocom?
Oh, yes.
Yes, you managed to get control of some undead for at least for some time. Though the control I believe appeared to be contested, perhaps by the spirit itself.
Indeed.
I cast Detect Sketchy on Sean and go permanently blind.
Imagine
Yes,
if
because
anyone...
I've been such an unreliable party member for the last 30 sessions.
Well, technically, it was Sean's unreliability that allowed the Caradwin person thingy to almost assassinate Lashanara.
Well, that is true. That was he is human. He makes mistakes.
Hang on.
Mistakes.
Which reminds me, actually, if I go to here...
Have we ever seen Henry and Craig in the same place? Craig, is that you? You've been playing Henry this whole time.
There you go.
Damn, I've been outed.
Did you see what I just did, Hypatia? Have a look at the hirelings.
Ruh-roh.
So, Aaron DePorter was there, and I just remembered that he's no longer a hireling, really, so he's been removed.
You should put him in missing retired.
I should. Missing
Also-
retired / escaped.
Also, Donkey over time definitely deserves to be there.
Okay, well,
Donkey UT.
Yeah.
sure. Okay, that's a decent recap.
Yep.
What are your plans then?
I think so. I dropped the printer's rod in there. I should probably go get it.
Well, I think you should go on your own.
I certainly
I
don't
knew
think
you'd
you
say
should
that.
go on your own.
Take Shiro with you, because Shiro can see in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that actually.
I was going to say maybe we could light some torches and have non-magical light, which may help.
Because they're blowing a torch out is so impossible.
But
Yeah,
at least we
it's-
can then light it again.
Yeah.
That is true.
And I can
No,
carry it. I can carry a...
Also, it seemed like it was a very much a. The spirit seems to be much more grass over the whole, not adamant stuff, whereas a torch is a very adamant thing. So unless she personally comes up and snuffs it out, it may be more difficult to do that.
Licks a thumb and forefinger.
Yeah.
Then you really got to worry.
Yep. If nothing else, we'll find out if that's A, that's the case, and B, if she can actually affect. If If,
Yeah.
if
Like,
it's
what's our plan otherwise? Resting up.
Well,
We've got
I was
all our
gonna say,
spells in
how
effect
long-
at the moment.
Well, how long have we been out of the combat?
Probably a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we should probably try and force the issue right now. Now that we've actually at
Regrouped.
least seem to have injured her.
Yeah.
so
Regroup, light some torches, and let's go back.
Okay, will the striking on Lance's bow last that long?
It lasts like 10 minutes, I think.
I think
Okay.
it's
So we
Cool.
should hurry back right now. Let's go.
Alright.
So let's have a look at how long striking lasts for. Striking lasts for,
I think it's one turn.
10 minutes.
Yeah. So if we hurry back right now. you
It'll
know-
last for a little bit longer.
yeah, exactly.
What was the other spell? Have we got prayer
Prayer
lasts
or big-
20 minutes, doesn't it?
Or
1,
does it?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I have no idea. How long does it last?
So previously, that combat lasted 17 rounds,
Wow, really?
and striking was cast before combat actually
Began.
engaged.
Mhm.
Yep.
How long? 17 rounds?
So that
Are they
is
6 seconds or 10 seconds?
10 seconds.
Ooh. So that's 3 all minutes.
Hmm.
Run back.
3 minutes, 3 minutes. I guess it's got about enough time for us to get back. Let's go.
Right,
And it's going to run out as we enter.
All right.
Well, I would like to also suggest something.
Yes?
I know my ideas are silly,
Uh-huh.
but can I use my ability to control undead to actually bring them outside the keep?
You don't know. This
Give it
is,
a go.
You can give it a go, man.
this
I'm
is
talking-
you. Oh,
okay.
you're asking the
It's
group,
not
are
a
you?
question to you, Julian. It's to the
Okay.
party.
Well, it sounded like a question, so I
Yeah, I
apologize.
know. If I
You
can,
miss
if
your
I can-
friends already.
well, if I can bring them outside and then we can destroy them outside, the potential interference from the ghost is going to be lower.
Maybe.
Thus, we can potentially draw them out and deal with the minions without having to deal with the boss, which would be nice.
Indeed.
Sure.
Alright.
Let's give it a go.
What spells did you have in effect?
Well,
Spells.
I've
Prayer won't be there anymore because it was only one round per level.
Yep, so prayer's gone. So
5 rounds, so that's over.
So that was the
Protection
aura.
from evil.
Yeah, so protection from evil is different. So I'm looking at the auras that you guys have on you. You have
Yep.
one big aura on you, Henry. So I'll remove
That
that.
would be prayer. That would be removed. Yeah.
Though I think we had just Ashura had the traps thing up, didn't we?
Yeah, I have fun
Mhm.
traps on.
And you have 2 auras on you.
Yeah, one's silence, but I've cancelled that.
Okay, so
I need to take it off.
Well, so yeah, and then silence was cast on someone else, but I think that's been gone as well.
Jaquan.
See, this is the thing. We're going in there without the silence spells, and that's how she smashed us last time.
Yeah.
So we're basically going in with missing a fair bit of magic when we could rest up for a day and then go back in.
okay, so your discussions at the moment, I'm going to say I'm looking at the clock and I'm timing it. If you're running back in, then I'm going to flick you across there now, and we're going to begin.
Right, yeah.
I think even without the silencers, we should try and do much more now. While we
Okay.
still
Yeah,
have
while
some,
we have
some
strikes.
spells up.
This is
while
a
we have-
discussion as we're running back.
Yeah.
Sort of like, are you sure we should do this, guys? And it's like, yeah, we're doing this.
Well, I will be right behind you.
Alright, so does everyone have a torch?
No, not at
Okay,
the moment. So
well,
I'm going to flick
yeah.
torches onto the map for you guys.
Yeah, I was going to say, who can actually carry a torch?
I can.
Wait,
Sorry,
are we
Colin.
all going back in?
I mean,
Yes.
unless you have a reason not to.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to die.
What he said.
Well, if you want to stand outside and be a coward, that's fine.
I'll cast Bless on
I'm
the whole
a
group.
live coward.
I'll cast Bless on the group before we go in. Can we all gather around and I'll bless us all?
Yep.
Isn't it? Isn't
it's
it on the ground,
removed
not on the people?
Yes, but you have to be within a 20-foot by 20-foot square.
But
No, it's
I'm
not.
saying.
It's applies to the people within a certain square.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's a burst.
That's correct,
not
isn't it, Julian?
Hang on a second.
Yeah,
Burst, not an aura.
For some reason, the dynamic lighting has removed the light effect on my torch, so I'll have to play around with that. My character sheet for it is not working. What was the spell you were wearing? Bless, was it?
Bless. It's a burst, not a.
Bless. Yep. Bless fills the.
Fills the cast's allies with courage,
courage.
but does not affect enemies within the affected range. 20 foot by 20 foot. Each ally gains those.
Sure.
things.
Yeah, we'll be all gathered up then. And you can pop bless as we come in.
Alright, so let me just try this. Okay, that's working now. Alright, how many torches do you guys want?
Crap tons.
I want one.
Sean's going to grab one.
I'll take
I
one.
can carry one.
No,
but
you
I'm-
need your rancer.
Yeah, I would prefer to be ready.
2, 3.
Yeah, it's going to
Sean's
be
Rancer for me.
it's going to be Hypatia and me.
Okay, so this is not loaded properly.
Sean is carrying a torch as well.
Let me just
Okay,
refresh
fine.
that.
Everyone should have one, even if they don't have one lit, as in case something.
Yeah,
goes bad.
absolutely.
So have one in your belt pouch.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to actually bring some of my flasks of oil because I have 20 of them. So I'm going to bring 2.
Okay,
Yep, we'll bring more flint and steel.
so I'm just going to put these torches. Let's just actually. I have
Oh.
removed your ability to control them before because someone was being naughty.
Oh,
Stupid if that
I
possibly be.
can't imagine who that would have been.
All right, so there's 4 there. So you should be able to control those torches if you move them on top of your token and then do a shift select. You should be able to select and move them together. Okay. Right, yeah, so there is. I'm going to give you 6 rounds of striking remaining at this point.
Can we be all grouped up in a 20-foot thing because we were coming in together?
You can move yourselves how you wish.
Sean, get over here.
Get over here.
All right.
I can't remember how many.
and
Cool.
Sean will have his warhammer out, not his bow,
Mhm.
because he has a torch in the other hand.
I guess I'll wear my sword out, but I'll be basically drop my once we start. I'll drop my torch.
You will?
So
Okay.
you have torch and
Ah.
shield. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Not a problem. Okay, you cast your spell. The keep is ahead of you. It still feels disconcerting. Your blessing, your major blessing, has long since gone. Jaquan?
Do I still feel the eyes of the eight upon me?
Oh, perhaps they're always around. They're always looking, especially after,
Town pervert.
especially after your colleagues bring you into their blasphemous, heinous conspiracy theories.
Could have been anybody.
The eight have never done anything bad.
Yup.
But
So-
you don't feel any immediate threat upon your soul or existence. The keep stands before you. It is still wreathed in this kind of almost tangible, shadowy darkness.
Mm. All right. Do you want to cast Bless? And then we'll enter?
I'm assuming
I've
that
already
had been
cast
cast.
bless.
Yep.
We are blessed.
What does bless give us again?
Plus
Plus
one hit,
one.
plus 1 damage, plus 1 saves.
Okay, cool.
All right,
So
we
yeah,
will start.
Good things.
We will start with the casting of Bless. There you go. That's Sean's action. Jaquan,
Boom.
Was that so?
Okay.
Was that plus 1 damage to or just plus 1 to hit?
plus 1 hit, plus 1 damage, plus 1 saves.
Were we entering via the south?
Yes, we're just going in. Let's go.
That is difficult ground and will halve your movement.
Ouch.
That's not quite right, Julian.
What?
No bonus to saves.
My
It's
apologies
just-
then. That's cool. Thank you for correcting me.
No, that's all right.
Can't have you getting bonuses to saves now, can we?
Now we still have to stay within. A spell's going off the end of the round, so we still have to stay within 20 foot of you.
No.
No, I'm assuming that he has cast it.
Once
Oh,
it goes-
okay. And then it's coming right.
It
Okay.
happened. We go.
Yes.
Yeah.
And... Okay, so if I'm just moving full distance, I can probably move to about there.
Yeah, because you're dashing.
So Jaquan was first,
Yeah, I've moved.
Right.
then Shiro, then Hypatia. Not going to really matter to start with, but then Lenza, and then Sean.
I can actually move.
A turn is 10 minutes, is it?
Correct.
Yeah, so Bless lasts for like ages.
Cool.
Does the whispering come back as soon as we enter back into this dankness?
Not at the moment, no.
Ooh,
If you recall, it didn't happen straight away last time either.
that's good.
But we're out of striking.
Is anyone taking that last torch?
I'm not carrying a torch.
I'll
I
delete
think,
it
I
then.
think I think 3 of us have torches.
All right, then I will delete it. Bonk.
I've got mine, I think. Do
Yeah,
I?
I chucked 4 on the map.
Yeah, it seems to be moving with me, so. Ooh.
Okay, so did you move, Sean? You were last that turn. Last that round,
I
sorry.
haven't moved. Well, yeah, gotta reselect 2. I'll just move to there.
Okay.
Can I move and take an action?
As per normal, yes, as long as you.
Yeah, I
have
only
the-
moved 10 feet.
Remember,
I
that's
sh-
difficult terrain, so it's technically counting double
Oh, okay. Well, can I just move to there then?
if you want. What are you
That's
doing?
alright. I was gonna turn undead, but I can't see any undead.
Nope, not unless you moved further. So that would be you moved, and then that's it. Remember, you can't move and then adjust your movement afterwards. I can let you do it that time, but yeah, you can't see the undead until you move all the way forward.
I didn't know that was difficult terrain until you said that, that's all.
I did say it about 3 or 4 times.
Did you?
Yep.
Okay.
He did.
Oh, well.
Unfortunately, we don't have a video that will let us show you that.
Not yet.
All right.
Okay,
Let's go.
but the good thing is, the undead can see you.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Ooh, and he comes up to there, ooh, and can't get past the crates.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
Is it a shin high fence that
Yeah.
prevents
Right.
him from being able to walk?
It's VT1 and there's no jump.
What is
Oh.
this BS?
Cool. Okay, so new round. Shiro, you can act first this round.
Okay, Shira's going to move to here and open the door for people. Bing.
That requires me to go into here, do this, and then. Plump.
Yep,
Oh.
that's my go, since that's a move in an action.
All right, back to the token. Hypatia, you're up.
Okay. So is this still count difficult terrain?
No, the next square will be not difficult. Just
Okay.
the square that had all the gunk on it.
Alright, so 5, 10. Oh, fun.
Are you moving
They're
a torch with you?
hugging.
You're not, are you?
Sorry?
You're not moving
Did
a
you leave your
with
torch behind? This time?
Oh. What the hell? Stupid thing. Let's try that again.
You can do a drag select as well, so you multiple grab
Yeah.
like, just try to get it on the same square as you, otherwise it causes issues with dynamic lighting.
Yeah. And we got company. So I'm gonna drop my can I drop my torch and draw my sword?
How far have you moved?
That would be 5, 10, 15.
Probably not, unless, are you encumbered?
I hope not.
No, he was
drawing a
unencumbered
sword.
at the-
Drawing a sword is an action, so you can do that if you. So you will be able to do it at that speed. Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Deliberately built so I'm deliberately distributed so I'm not thinking, not encumbered.
That's right. I'll put a spluttering torch at the ground. There we go. Okay, as soon as it hits the ground, it starts spluttering.
I will say we've got company.
Sean's up.
Sean will move. Can he move to there? He can, and then he will turn undead.
Go for it. Make a roll.
And that's 2d6, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
/roll 2d6. I haven't actually made a macro for that. How slack am I?
About as slack as the users I work with.
Probably just.
7.
I do have a roll for
So I think
2d6.
that's like
Do you
4 hit
even
dice.
use Slack to chat?
Or up to 4 hit dice.
Yep, so roll
Something like
2d6,
that.
see how many hit dice you can control. /turn. How many can you see, though? You can see...
Did that actually roll a second time? 2d6. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
3.
you got
Alright.
3. So I think it's just this guy that you can see.
Just the first one, the closest one to you.
I can see that one as well.
Yeah, the closest
Oh.
one to you. Yep, that one will be the one that you grab hold of, and you wrest control of his mind.
So I'm not allowed to attack him now?
You don't know.
No, you can if you
You can
want.
do whatever you want.
Jaquan, you're up.
All I do is win. Alternately, I'm going to move there and attempt to answer this. Did anything just change in the zombie's demeanor that would give me a clue?
Not really. I mean, it's not like he has, complex facial expressions.
He stops and goes, lifts his helmet off and goes, "Hello, good sir."
Oh, how
Yeah,
do you do?
He tries to drink his cup of tea with his pinky up. I'm like, now he's civilized.
Okay, you have a -1 to attack him
Yep.
because of the cover he has from the boxes.
Ooh,
Don't question. Do you have reach?
He does.
he does.
It's a rancer.
Sticky.
Now that didn't include my -1, so I'm unlikely to hit. Oh,
He's-
plus bless.
So yeah, cancels that out.
Is it AC 4?
Yes. You strike.
I strike.
Well, you don't.
It rolled.
Oh, it did too. That's
11.
yes, nice.
And you can attack him again.
Yes.
Oh, all that hard work
Hey,
for nothing.
you don't communicate. Side
Hey,
note: the
I
only
don't think
reason
he hit it that time.
No, I didn't. Side note: the only reason I agreed to this whole plan was because of the wisdom damage. Previous Krupa would have been like, "But no, that seems terrible."
That's the
Alright.
reason Sean's at the back.
Krupa 1.8 is like, "Yes, let's do that." That's right. I lost 0.2.
Okay, so it's their turn. I'm just going to roll to determine what this chap does. Oh, I think I haven't fixed my macros, have I? Let's just see. There's odds it's going to continue trying to crawl over the boxes to Jaquan. Evens, it's going to turn its attention to Hypatia. There's my macro work. Evens, it does. It turns its attention to Hypatia. The first one that has moved from below swings at Hypatia, terribly missing. The one from the top hits armor class 1, which is not
Ooh.
going to penetrate your armor.
No.
Pity, because that was
Dang.
that was a solid blow.
Yeah, that would have been hurt. That would have hurt.
Mm.
Definitely hurt.
Does he get the armor penetration?
No,
No,
it didn't hit his armor class.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Your armor class is -2, is it, Hypatia?
I believe so.
It's
Hypatia, you got
significant.
your Gromroll armor.
yeah, -2. That's right.
Hypatia, you are up at this point.
Well, I guess I will turn the favor. There you go. So yeah, that one.
Alright. Sure.
Yeah.
I can still
Do what you
reach
want.
him.
That's what he said. Just let
I
him
know.
do it.
They both attacked me,
Yes.
And these are zombies, so they're unarmored.
It is demised. Once again.
Alright, so let's open the account on the other one.
That is a good hit.
Yeah.
What did you roll?
18, I think?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is a solid blow. It is still standing though, staggering though, under the mighty cut. Alright, Lenza, you're up.
Excellent. So, I see there's not much of a gap here, is there?
You could squeeze through your slight.
Oh no, I'm not squeezing through, shooting through.
You're an elf, you don't care.
Yes, but
You threw an entire brimstone munition upon the party. What does one arrow matter?
Yeah.
oh dear, amazing. Yeah, okay. Then I
You
will
move
move.
there. You might be able to get a line from there. I mean, it'd still be deck one. There's probably lots of intervening cover and erstwhile ally.
If you were trying to shoot that zombie from there, it'll be -3 on the attack roll. There is a wall, there is a Jaquan, there is a Hypatia.
Yeah, cool.
What's the worst could go wrong?
I could hit those. I could hit 3 things.
Do it.
Yeah, no,
It's
I will.
more-
I will move more around.
It's
here.
offset by your dexterity, the
Yeah.
bless, and close range.
Yeah, I have a +5 currently to my attack, which is stupid, but I'm not fussed about
Okay.
injuring my allies any more than going to be injured by the ghost in here. So I'm going to move there and wait.
Sean, you're up.
Sean is going to move to there.
Okay. And then it'll be Jaquan. Your toys disappeared. If you wish to try and clamber over these boxes, it will take you an entire turn. Or entire round, sorry. To move over them. Okay.
Was that moving on top or
Moving over
to
them.
there?
Yep. Either or. Doesn't matter. Okay.
I love being unsupported.
Sure.
On the upside,
Right.
just before my turn
Oops.
finishes,
How
I
come
at least
didn't- there we
now
go.
have cover from Lenza.
So Shira's going to step through and attack this guy. Ah!
You are carrying a torch, aren't you?
Oh, whoops. Yes.
That's right. We'll just
Consider
take
one of those a torch attack. Anyway, I totally missed since I rolled like a
badly.
Doesn't the second one hit?
8. Yeah. Does the first one hit? It was an 8. Oh no, that's a 7.
The
7
first-
hit him?
The first one will hit.
Then he takes 7 points of damage.
No, hit him with the
Oh,
fiery
8 points of
stick.
damage, sorry. No,
Fiery stick.
the main hand is my heritage weapon.
Reach out and torch someone.
He's still standing.
I'm not Kukulane.
I appreciate you coming back to my song lyric with another song lyric, Grail. Thank you.
After all this time, you know me.
Indeed. I guess I have found what I'm looking for.
All right, let's see if another one bites the dust. All right, so the zombie is still standing, barely. It does teeter a bit. It has 2 choices of things to hit. Let's roll.
But one's tiny.
Yeah, but one
It's
also
so
just
insignificant.
hit it and is flailing around fire. And you know,
Yeah.
they get distracted very easily.
Woo!
Odds it continues to attack Hypatia, evens it turns its attention to the new bright thing.
Shiro's like a tiny arrow.
Like a zombie to a torch.
No, it wants to attack Hypatia. Because
You didn't need to roll. Hypatia was one of
Yeah.
the targets.
Yep, that's how it works.
it misses. New round. Lenza.
Alrighty. They're fine.
There are, if you can have a look in this room as well, because you haven't been in this room before,
Yeah.
you'll notice that once again there are what appear to be sleeping bags.
So this is a completely different entrance that we went into last time.
It is.
Yeah,
Yes, that's the
I
other
don't know if
side.
it was like down here.
This here looks to be a bucket half filled with water, and hanging around the outside drinking ladles.
So it seems like people have been here, or at least
Where do you
I'm-
think the zombies are coming from?
yeah, I was gonna say I'm half afraid like people have been lured here, been like given food and shit, and then just been murdered and turned into this. But that seems overly elaborate for.
No, it'd be people. It'd be travelers on the road looking for somewhere to stay, who aren't aware of the hazards, getting killed by the ghost.
That's a lot of people having done that. Then again,
Well,
we haven't found any tools, have we?
It's also the adventurers.
You haven't found any tools. It does look like there are little accoutrements and bits and pieces of equipment lying around that would indicate that, yes, they may be adventurers of a sort or well-equipped travelers.
Maybe some mercenaries. I don't know why they'd be why they'd be going here.
Anyway,
Whatever.
you're up, Lenza. What are you gonna
Yes.
do?
I will move closer to here, so I could. So I'm gonna stay here by the doorway just so I can see everything.
Sean.
But I won't do anything from there.
Cool. Sean's up.
Next.
And then it will be Jaquan.
Sure.
And let's kill Steel.
Why not? Return the favor.
When you say kill
Yeah.
still, is that because you meant to take that skeleton with you?
Yes.
So that is a good strike.
Yes.
Critical.
Yes.
39 points of damage. Okay.
Can I strike it so hard that somehow the corpsey chunks absolutely cover Shira and Hypatia?
They can make saving throws versus breath weapon to avoid the majority of it.
Love it.
Save versus breath.
But you did make it
Modifier, none.
because save versus breath is almost akin to a reflex.
I'm covered in gore. No.
That's
It's
a breath
chunky
attack, isn't it?
zombie. Yep. Chunky zombie salsa.
Dude, gross.
No modifier, right?
No modifier.
Nope.
Congratulations,
Well,
Jaquan.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
No, you're not.
You just-
Also,
Sorry.
I want to make it clear to you, Short One, when I use the term guys, that's not supposed to be offensive to you.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Sure, you're now covered in bits and pieces of zombie.
Mm.
You're also up.
Alright. I am going to go over here. Actually, I'm just going to go to here. Wait. Is this the square? No, that's not the square. The other side of the door that I somehow managed to go through and open it. But yes, this was the door I was trying to open.
Was you opened that door before, didn't you? No, you didn't. Did I not have? Maybe I didn't have. I can't remember. Maybe I didn't have dynamic lighting on that door. Okay, that door's open anyway. Huzzah!
But I can't see or move through it for
Oh.
some reason.
Can't you? Let me
Yeah.
have a look.
I've somehow managed to put myself on the other side of it,
Okay,
but I can't move back.
and that's because of the torches.
Uh,
The torch is really small and can kind of sneak through. All right, so let me go to the dynamic lighting layer, and you are opening that door, are you?
yes. Thank you.
Plunk. There we go. That's the one issue with. I think I just deleted the torch.
No, I've got it. I've got it.
Oh, yeah.
It's still, it's
Cool.
still there.
It's not attached to your.
There you
No, it is every now and again. Just don't worry.
All right,
It's okay.
there you go. Door is now open. All right. It is now Hypatia's turn. Yeah, those torches, that's where if you have it not exactly on you and you've got it off to the side, it can get dark and you can...
It was like right underneath me. I don't know. It's
They're
weird.
tiny. They're teeny tiny.
Yeah.
Okay, I go over there and pick up the torch. Turn.
Cool. All right,
Quick explore,
Sean.
guys. Faster.
Yep.
Sean will step through the doorway.
Run to a door.
Is that boxes down there? I can't step in that square, can I?
Yeah, they are boxes and barrels. It looks, some of this stuff looks reasonably new-ish.
Oh, that's a door there, is it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's an open doorway down there. Alrighty. Sean's happy to stay right back here.
Okay. After Sean, it will be Jaquan.
Oop, grabbing my bar. 1, 2.
Follow Sean.
Why follow Sean? I was going to follow you, but
No.
okay.
No,
Okay.
go that way.
I'm stepping to there.
Mm-hmm.
Open the door. Come on. Get a move on.
I don't know if I got time to open. Can I open the door as well?
Yes.
Yes, please. Hmm.
You don't have a torch on you.
No, I don't, but I can see shadowy things.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Sure.
All right. I'm going to now, since I know I've recognized this corridor. I don't know if everybody can see as far as me. I'm sure they can't, but I'm like that way. We don't need to go there. Oh shit!
I can see more
What's happening?
now.
Shiro's moved 2 squares so far. Shiro's going to move 1 more square and decide whether to cast a spell or
Do it.
maybe parry. Yeah, I'm going to parry, but let me just move myself the extra square there and parry.
Cool. Hypatia. It would have been so much more fun if you weren't moving up there. So Jaquan's like, I see something shadowy in there.
I can see the first thing, not the back things.
You should
Well-
be able to see them all now, can't you?
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, because I
No.
got the torch.
Yeah, he can see to shadowy to there.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
That's whatever that is. It's not happy to see us. Let's fuck it up.
I can. I wait. Can you really not see that far? Because I can see like all the way to here, essentially.
Elves have low light though,
No, you
or
can.
Starlight.
starlight vision.
I'm looking at what you can see, Lenza, and you can see to here.
Hang on,
Yeah,
1,
but I can. Yeah,
Oh,
essentially to
okay.
there. Yeah, I can see there's stuff behind it though,
Ooh.
vaguely.
1, 2, 3. I can't go any further.
You can
Oh.
move through people's
Yeah.
squares.
Well,
for-
if I can, but then I'll run out of that. Then I'm out of. If I want to do something, I can't move any further
Correct.
than that.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. So just move ahead. Get in there. Come on.
Be the
Fine.
tank. Be the tank you were born to be.
Sure.
Exactly. You've got a shield.
And you've got maximum hit points. No one else has been hit yet. I mean, you haven't been hit. Everybody else has suffered damage.
This is true. Yep, I'm tanking it up.
When the tank hides behind the thief and the cleric.
Sounds about right.
Lenza.
Well, let's be.
Heroic.
Cool.
Benza.
Well, that seems like it's much more of an issue. So I'm going to move up to here and then start taking pot shots.
Yes.
Who are you?
Let's
Who are you potting the shot of?
this one.
Cool.
They can use a special arrow. You may as well,
Why?
because
What do
they're
you
going to run out anyway.
He's
Yeah,
got a
that's
point.
Yeah, that's true. The one, yeah, because again,
Extra
that's right.
D6.
The arrows have striking on them, don't they?
Correct.
Yes.
Cool.
Extra D6.
Yep, cool. So I guess I'll try to roll to hit that one.
Okay, go for it. You'll have -1 on the attack roll, which is offset by your bless. Go for
Yep.
it.
-3.
It's a
Probably
hit.
hits 8 damage.
Is that including striking?
Yes, that is all my striking damage.
Cool. The arrow
And
strikes
the
it.
bless.
Thud.
Does that
Oh,
include
Yes,
left?
that includes
Yeah,
the
it
bless.
does.
I've modified
Yeah.
I've modified my macros.
All right, the arrow strikes at Thunk. All right, there you go. Party time. You know, they don't have any tactics though.
Their tactics is just eat us, eat our faces off.
The skeleton has a sword.
Hey, girl. That
Mhm.
gift's for you.
Okay, let me have a look. Let's see. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry about
Haven't
that.
left.
No, I've got
Okay.
Discord open and two things. I accidentally hit the touchscreen on my tablet and moved myself
Ah.
out of it.
Smart.
Not really.
Well, then use it from the servo.
Exactly. But it's not the first time I've done that either. I just go to move the screen around and it's like, "Duh, not good." Okay, so let's attack. Let's attack 2 zombies against Hypatia. Swinging its big meaty fist. Oh, that was almost a 20. Oh. Because I got the 3D dice and it was rolled about 40% to a 20 and then rolled back. Alright, the second one will attack. Also against Hypatia. Clunk, clunk. New round. Jaquan, you're up.
I don't like moving. That one.
Smart.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, that'll
13
do.
damage.
That'll do nicely.
Or
Is it
14, I
still
should
up?
say.
Mm-hmm. Let me just, I need to put that onto that layer. Okay, so and select back onto the token layer. Thank you very much. All right, how much damage did you do? All of it.
14.
As I said, all of it. Splat.
That's
Nice.
how we do it. That one.
Chip chap.
What armor class did you hit?
4.
Making me do stuff.
You need to incorporate it into
It's
your.
a 4.
What
Yeah.
Aaron said.
What you should do if you want to leave it in this format, at the very least, have it reference your Thaco as well. Just like put your Thaco on the screen. But that hits for 13
I'll
damage.
get one of the better done macros later.
Splat. You stab it. It's still alive though.
There's a whole page of them.
Shiro.
Yeah, but then we gotta set it up.
Shiro, you're up.
Okay, Shiro is going to not step in because I actually want to live, and will instead cast a spell.
Ooh, fireball.
Spell. That's it.
Did you
What
help
spell?
Rail?
What spell are you casting?
I'm going to cast Cure.
Cool. Hypatia, you are up.
Cool. So, can I draw a sword as instead of a move?
Yep.
Cool. I draw my sword and hit the guy in front of me.
Go for it.
Still
Um,
kill.
I would hope so. And that should do it.
It does. All right.
Ka-chunk.
It will be Lens's turn next.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Hey, there's a skeleton there that I can shoot. Let's shoot the skeleton.
Go for it. That is a
Okay,
hit
well,
with really poor damage.
Really poor damage. Yep, going well. But
Oh,
hey, I got a
man.
hit.
That's an Allen roll.
Okay.
That doesn't mean doing the best in this fight so far.
Sean.
On moves to here to see what the fuss is all about, and then turns undead.
Okay, go for it. Make a roll.
I did. What's that give us?
That will give you
Roll
up to.
again?
That will give you up to. Yeah, you always roll 2 times. The first one is to see what is the maximum hit die. The second is how many.
Oh, nice.
6 as a 5th level will allow you to turn up to 4 hit die. You're 5th level, aren't you?
5th level, yes.
Yep. So 4 hit die creatures. You can get up to 12. Of
Hit
them.
dice worth of them.
All right. So you have the 2 skellies and you have the 2 skellies and the 2 zombies closest to you.
Yep, I
Make
can
'em
see
attack
those
each
5, but
Jerks.
they're going to mob that guy.
Sure. All right.
Is this some kind of horror movie?
Do you want them to surround him or just attack him?
Oh, attack him, yeah, just... Well,
Alright.
these two are going to have to move, aren't they?
That's right. We'll just. The skelly swings its sword and hits. Actually, it's doing an extra 2 damage.
Nice.
The zombie will attack. The zombie hits. Alright, this guy here will go to there, and this guy will move around to there. Alright, the zombie here is doesn't really know what's going on. So he's trying to get to you guys, but
Oh, shit.
What do your discount elven eyes see?
They're not elven at all.
But they are
They could be discount dwarven eyes, but they're stonekin eyes.
That's not quoting Tolkien.
it's not.
Mhm.
I have to actually reread that bit and see if that is actually Tolkien. I can't recall if that's a Jackson quote. I think it's a bastardized Tolkien quote. Okay. Let's
Fox.
All right.
all
The
of you can-
scream happens.
Oh, she's around.
Save versus magic, you say?
Yep.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. First spells and devices.
Mhm.
Bing. Your attempt to use a command. How about I select my dude first?
And just no modifier.
No modifier.
None.
Yay.
Don't we get a modifier for our
No, we just stopped the
protection from evil?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
But
yes.
there's a miasma here.
Yeah.
It was cancelled. It's +1, -1, so it's effectively dash.
Yes.
It's kind of a moot point. So what do I take? 2 wisdom damage.
Yep.
God, this is a dumb idea, guys. I hope
Do
that
you
Or-
mean this idea is getting better all the time?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
idea is
Magic
great.
for half. Yep, sure.
No, I can happily say. I hope this is damage and not drain. I hope it
It
comes
says
back
damage.
eventually.
Wisdom damage.
Mm-hmm. It is what it says.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And who was doing that?
Something that you can't see, but you can definitely hear as a piercing, horrific, soul-tearing.
Don't you just wish we had a silent spell cast on us right now?
No, it's got to be on her. Remember?
True.
Because sound can come into silence. It
That's
can't
true.
go out from silence.
Or it would be on you, and you'd be next to her.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted, but whatever.
So did everyone roll their saves? Hypatia, Shuru, Sean. We don't have
Oh,
one
right,
for Lenza or Jaquan.
Sorry.
That's okay.
And that was for spells devices.
I should change her macro to say spells devices.
And there's a +1 mod or no?
No
No.
mod.
Straight up.
Roll raggy.
So
2
only,
points?
Yep, 2 points. Hypatia made the save. Only takes the 1.
I
Yay.
made the save as well.
Did you? Oh, yes, you did
Yep.
too. You got dead on.
Guys, we need to stay here and finish this.
Mm-hmm.
What was Minerva's wisdom? Was it 4?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm one more of those away from being Minerva.
Yeah. Well, that's why we got a dogpiler now.
Yep. Screw these
Yeah.
other guys. Concentrate all firepower.
Shiro, you're up.
All right, Shiro. Well,
If you see Shiro run away, you know we're in trouble.
well,
Because he can see what's coming.
I guess I got to cast my spell.
Yes.
Since,
Yes.
so I'll just do that on my on Sean because he's next to me. So D6 plus 1 is 5 points of damage or 5 healing.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
you
No
s-
problem.
Well, he was assuming because it was positive energy that Sean was clearly taking that as damage.
He's hitting you with his healing stick.
1, 2.
Mm.
No, he's doing the heal and butt pat.
So also, let me do this. Actually, I won't bother. This is the... Oh, actually, yeah, I'll put on this guy here a yellow circle to indicate that you do not have control of him at the moment.
3. And yeah, try to take down the skelly.
Okay, I'll put it on the one
Oh,
you do have
whoops.
control
My
of.
precious.
Yeah. Like, you can try to control them again anyway, so...
Yeah, I know.
I
I'm
mean,
not
you're
worried.
going to have to, so... Well, whatever. I didn't attack him anyway.
Not that he noticed.
Yeah,
Swing
far
him.
out.
Hypatia,
That's
you're up.
pathetic.
Right.
We
Okay,
got
so the yellow
Shiro
ones
plus-
are apparently under his control. Well,
Get in there.
10, 15, 20.
Woo!
Right up
How
into the
about it?
grill.
Into the grill. Okay. Alright, do that, and does you appear to be unarmored?
You can't attack her if
You've
you've moved 20.
way
can
too
you?
far.
Sacrificial
Wait,
lamb.
or can you move 20 and attack?
I can move 20 attack because I'm an unencumbered. I specifically
Oh, nice.
She took off her heavy undies.
Oh, get her, get her, get her, Hypatia. Oh,
Oh,
get her, Hypatia.
does it hit?
Is that a? Did you include bless?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
It misses considerably.
Ooh,
Okay. Well,
her
that's
again.
I'm overly surprised, so let's try that again.
The reverse swing. Catch with the backhand. Oh goodness.
Now
Oh,
it's time to roll shit.
All right,
Okay.
Well,
Sean.
Sean will move to there. Ooh, I see the problem.
yep. What do you want to do? Oh, actually, no, that wouldn't help. Maybe. I don't know.
Mm. Sean will cast a spell.
Oh, you're not going to turn undead. All right. Well, that's going to hurt. Let's see how that goes.
Too
That's fine.
late.
Okay. After Sean, it will be Jaquan.
Pile on.
We treated them as allies. This may have been a mistake.
Clearly, I need to step to here and attack this one.
The one that I'm attacking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Seems
Well, there
legit.
was no guarantee that I was going to get another round of roll as good as the last roll.
So you hit AC 7.
Yep.
Does that hit a skeleton?
An AC 7 attack against a skeleton does, in fact, strike it
Ooh.
Ooh.
12 points of damage. Woo.
with your Ransor. Alright, so that is...
Do it again.
No.
No. Take a point
Good
of
thing
damage.
it's favoured.
Oh, no, you don't have to. Nice.
Correct. Alright, there go, Bargum. First things first, let me say yoink. 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 As control is removed. Alright, let's do this. The spirit suddenly is wrapped with an enveloping dark mist that reaches out and starts to envelop you, Hypatia. You'd say
Oh,
versus,
good.
No.
Save versus magic.
Yep.
Fuck.
you take 7 damage.
Well, this is just regular damage, right? I can deal with that. It's not so bad.
There's no damage reduction against it.
Yep, figure because it's not a physical accident. No, how about 7 less than 31, you idiot?
As
I'll
the
figure
damage, as your you feel the damage. You're on 24 hit points. As you
Yeah.
feel the damage start and the cold, cruel darkness start to wreck your body, you realize that the spirit seems to be invigorated.
Yep, that makes sense.
It's sucking my life force!
And let's slam you with the zombie to the south. Once your ally, no more.
Guys, I don't know if it's a good idea, but it seems like a good
Crap, that
idea.
almost hit.
If it's healing
Almost.
off Hypatia, we should kill Hypatia.
So,
And then it can't heal it.
Flawless plan. Flawless.
so your armor
Wisdom
class,
6.
your armor class is -2, isn't it?
Yup.
Or
Yup.
close, close, but no banana. This guy, this guy here on odds, he's going to attack Hypatia. On evens, he will attack Shiru. Because he has 2. That's the guy here. Alright, he's attacking Shiru
Oh no.
as he swings at the diminutive cleric.
Oh, that sure does hit me. 2 bludgeoning.
The skeleton is also going to choose between foes. Odds, Hypatia, evens. He also goes for Shiru with his sword. But it does nothing. Skelly's going. The zombie's going to thwack Hypatia, the one to the north. Oh, almost another 20. And this guy goes whoop, 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 and attacks Shiru.
Oh, Jaquan's there too. Just saying.
He doesn't have reach. Just saying.
Oh, I thought Jaquan was here.
No,
Oh.
sorry, I'm here.
Ah, I can't see either.
You're
Yeah,
under
you're-
all the-
Okay, so
You're
what
on the burn of a corpse,
that's right.
apparently.
What I'll do is I'll
Okay.
put that guy on the map. That
Yep.
guy on the map.
Nice.
I'll put all the corpses on the map layer. Okay, so he hit armor class 3 for 2 damage.
That's not good enough.
Scrape.
Dodge!
Burb.
All right, you were casting a spell.
I am.
What spell was it?
It was Holy Chant.
Because I forgot to ask what spell you were casting.
Oh, he's
Yes.
chanting.
That acts like another bless, doesn't it?
Yes.
No,
super
it acts
blessed.
like prayer.
Yeah, but I mean, it
In
gives you a
fact,
bonus.
prayer acts like this, except I can't move and I can't take damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's +1 to hit, +1 damage, and +1 to
Plus 1
saves.
saves, but everyone else gets minuses to all their attacks.
Yeah, they
Cool.
all get -1 to saves.
Awesome, nice work. The
It's
spell goes
awesome.
off. Hypatia, you are up.
And it has no duration,
As long as you do not move
as long as I don't move and I keep singing.
and you don't take
Yeah,
any damage.
smash her, Hypatia.
Alright,
Smash
so that
her.
means I've got +2 to hit and +2 to hit damage?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Mhm.
Sweet.
This
That's
is why
better.
I didn't turn
That's
undead.
a lot better.
That is a
Indeed.
lot better.
Does that? Have you got your bonuses added into that?
Yep.
Yeah, he did actually.
Oh, actually, sorry, that should be an extra 2. Sorry. If the spirit is unarmored, that's an extra 2 damage.
It doesn't count. It
Okay.
is a spirit.
Alright.
The blow
It's not
strikes it.
fleshy.
I guess that's exactly correct.
Nice.
Alright,
Do it again.
let's do it again.
Destroyer.
Ugh.
Awfully dogly.
Yeah.
Well, at least she's down from something. Anyway, continue.
And I just realised I need to affect my. I've got a macro that puts stat blocks into a whispered stat block in, but it's putting it up for the GM, not to me. You guys, I can see it. How annoying! I'm sure when I'm rewatching this, Aaron's eyes will be like, "Ooh, that's what it's like."
Yep. But I enjoy that. So, and I don't think anybody else cares anyway.
No, Lindsay, you're up.
Excellent. Let's shoot this person.
It should be an added benefit to people who actually go back and watch the video anyway.
I
Indeed.
did watch last week's episode, and there were definitely some benefits to doing that. Just saying.
Yep. So how? Oh, where's my? Yeah. So that's how. I'm only trying to shoot through. Hypatia there. So that's,
Only trying to shoot through like 4 people will be good.
You're also trying to shoot through 2 enemies.
It's okay. You've got bless and chant now.
yeah.
You got everything.
I'll give you -2 on that attack roll.
okay.
I could give you
that's
-3 because she is kind of very waif-like.
I mean, so that's it's a AC of 4 because I forgot to change the dice.
The arrow misses.
Damn.
Have we worked out what her AC is?
No.
Somewhere
It's-
between 3 and -4.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, Sean is up.
Sean is staying right where he is.
Yep, he's
Yep.
chanting. Humana,
He is.
humana, humana.
I'll Google some
Num.
Gregorian chant.
Or, you could just,
I
I was going to say Justin Bieber, baby, baby, baby. Shaquan.
He said holy chant, not unholy chant.
So come on. Kill these skellies.
one more time.
I was gonna find the chanties chanting, but fine. I'm attacking that shirt.
Just ignore them. They can't hit you. They got so many penalties and you got so many bonuses.
I'm trying to stop the one who might move and attack you.
Oh, that's a fair point. Do that.
Wisdom 6, but I assume you're like, please don't let them hit me.
Okay,
And that's now 11 damage. Ooh.
Do I need to do that again?
Oops. You're taking the skelly to the north, correct?
Yep.
It's almost like your rancer finds gaps where otherwise there would be flesh.
I double clicked that, so
That's
that's,
okay.
yes.
Okay, cool.
Unless the
That
tank-
would hit AC 6, but whatever.
AC 6 will hit, and that will be
Yep.
enough to destroy it.
Okay.
8.
Tonk.
So,
Alright, the shoe
I
is up.
appreciate your thought, Sean, but yeah, it was for you.
Thanks.
Sure.
Sure, we'll attack this guy. I'm actually just going to do a double attack. So stiletto stab it is this time. Hit modifier is now 5. And damage modifier is 7. Stab strikes AC 2 for 8 points of piercing damage and -1 to its DR, if that's relevant.
It has no DR.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Like
You can
Like
look through
Jaquan's Rancer, it's like your stiletto is finding gaps where otherwise there would be nice chunky fleshy bits to hit.
Yep.
Alright, and that's it. There you go.
Sean, what I put up is what I imagine Sean is singing. So enjoy that later.
Also, I noticed you posted the quote from the book, and yes,
Yep.
it was a bastardized
It was.
Tolkien. It didn't sound like Tolkien.
I had a quick chance to Google it for you.
Okay. Now you put up the Gregorian sound of silence.
It's a solid version.
Fair enough.
I've just put that low in the background.
This
That would be pretty awesome.
this guy
And
here is going to try and thump Hypatia.
Yeah, Julian, you should so do that.
Just
Just put the song in the background.
no, just in case it does a copyright strike.
Yeah, true.
Fair point.
So this guy is going to also try and thump Hypatia. They pretty much can only hit on a natural 20 now.
Oh yeah, because I got -1.
Which is offsetting their bludgeoning attack versus armor. This guy here is going to continue his assault. So that's this one here. He's going to continue his assault against the one he attacked last round.
That's me.
Yep. And he brought the pepper instead. And this guy here will likewise. Oh, it's actually he has -1 on this attack roll. So let's.
I request the episode title be Bringing the Pepper.
But a -1 will still hit AC1, which is me.
Yep.
So if he hits me, he does 3 points of damage, which becomes 2.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Let's actually just select me. Sure.
All right. Hypatia.
Right. Let's.
The spirit glares at you.
Cogs.
Oh, owie.
Jeez.
You do get +1 to this though, Al.
That's good. Can I? Oh, God.
Save those petrification. +1.
I can't sack my own major blessing to give me a bonus, can I?
Oh, it's within 10 feet, isn't it?
What's that? Yes. So
Yeah, I will sack some then. Let me.
Is there a spelling mistake there?
This.
How
Why?
do I
Petrification?
Play that.
Yeah.
There is, but that's
petrification.
to
Yep.
save versus patriciation.
Did I
So
just
there's
say
If you
it?
fail, you get patrician.
In
Yeah, I
other words, you can't save because Patricia knows everything.
Sorry, did I actually just play a card, Julian? Because I just tried to, but there is it there?
I have
Ah,
to
there
create.
it
I meant to create the sideboard, but I have not done so.
I don't know why I can't select it, but I played this card to give Al +1. Oh,
Alright.
thanks.
I'm just moving it out of the way. All right. Is anyone else wanting to play a card? No.
I'm not close enough, sorry.
Correct.
Yeah, no, neither am I.
Are you only playing the one card?
I don't think I'm
You
close
know what?
enough
I will
either.
play the other card.
Am I?
This one as well.
No, it's 10 feet.
Yeah.
There you go. I played both the cards that I'm willing to sacrifice. Sorry, Hypatia.
So this is giving you +2.
So you got +3 in total. Come on.
All right.
You can do it.
God damn it!
No, you made it.
You
You
made it.
tried at 12. You rolled a 13.
Oh, right.
Because you've got +3. Yes, +3 was worth it.
See how it
Oh,
says.
sorry,
Oh,
great,
yeah.
nothing.
Nah, you should have only sacked one card.
Shut up, I don't care.
Yeah, that's
worth it.
not the point.
You wasted it.
I wasted a card. Oh no.
The horror. What will we ever do?
So that will round down. So you'll take 8 aging.
Doing better than Sean.
17 could have been pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do half elves live?
Well, there's
Oh,
no
wow.
half elf. There's no half elf in the party, so
Yeah.
Alright.
Not a half
Hypatia's
elf
Just a
today.
human.
Hypatia's
Oh.
human.
Yeah.
I think you're confusing me with some other guy from some other campaign with samurais and stuff.
Currently, the only elf half or otherwise is Lenza.
Huh.
Why isn't
Minerva.
Lethbridge getting smashed?
Minerva was half elf.
She still is, technically.
Yes.
As far as we know.
No,
True.
It's the Schrodinger's
Who
cat
knows what
thing.
her side
she's
quest
going to come
is.
back as a dwarf.
She
No.
could be
Matching ferrets.
she could be alive and dead at the same time. Until we open the box, we'll never know.
Mistress of a Void is a very good friend of hers.
New
As
round.
we strike down the spirit, it reveals itself to be Minerva, whose dying words are, I just wanted to rub my wand one more time.
No, her last words would be, "You guys bought those toads?" Oh.
Lenza is up.
Alrighty. Let's do it. Let's do it again then, shall we?
I'm just
Is it-
saying, if you munition on
I mean,
Hypatia,
not actually
probably
ahead of my macro,
Hypatia.
so it's only +.
Come on, natural 20 Lenza. Let's see it.
munition
Yeah.
Hypatia.
Let's see it. Big massive crit to the face.
Quite nice.
yeah.
I rolled a 19
Oh.
and did 12 damage.
Is this
12
with a
damage is good.
striking arrow.
The striking has long since, or has gone. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, has it?
Ah, dang.
This is the 9th round. I gave you
Okay.
1 minute,
7.
which was 6
Oh,
rounds.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh,
cool. So in that case,
Does nothing.
it still hits, but it doesn't do. It only does 10 damage.
Is this
Or
a
nothing.
magical arrow or a non-magical arrow?
Non-magical.
Well, it's not magical anymore because the striking's run out.
Okay, the
Yeah.
arrow passes through her form and shatters behind her.
Yeah, awesome.
Ah, dang it.
Sean,
Cool.
Oh well, now you can
Right.
start willowing out the
Yep,
other
clean the
guys.
chaff.
Cool.
The sounds of silence. I'm chanting.
the sounds of diarrhea.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Just quantify that. So 7 plus 6.
Quantify
I've just put that track on loop, so I'm just listening to the sounds of
diarrhea.
Hey, that is a great version.
Who's up?
Not disturbed.
So again, it is Sean.
Oh, he was chanting.
I'm chanting.
Yes, sorry, my apologies, Jaquan.
If
Get
I
in there,
step to
Jaquan.
there, can I hit her?
If you get to where? Sorry, I looked away slightly.
Oh, sorry, that square.
Yes,
Huh.
but stop because you're moving past an opponent.
This
Yep.
guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he'll make an
AC
attack.
1.
Hang on a second.
That's effectively 0 versus him because he's got -1. So
Yeah.
you might be okay.
No, it's not an attack. I think it just stops you. I've got to remember how I did this. It's been a while.
Well, if I'm going to be stopped, I won't be bothering to move that way.
Well, you'll just be stopped.
I think
Yeah.
there's a.
If I was going to be stopped, I'd rather have moved to here, so I would have just stepped to there instead.
Let's check the thing.
I'm wondering if I did. I'm starting to think maybe what I did for that was in setting sun.
Oh.
I think it is because
That makes
I'm
sense.
looking. Have a quick look through the. I'm not. Haven't looked through the custom, the combat rules. I haven't found anything yet.
Yep, that's right. Move there. That's fine.
Okay.
Go for it. You need all the help you can get.
Smack
Yes. Upside the face.
Yep.
This is where Jaquan rolls his ubiquitous natural 20.
her. Yep, that was it. That was it. And it's +2 damage, so that's actually 27.
Fuck yeah!
And do it again! Do it again!
Let's see if I need to.
Oh, you need to. So you did
Yeah.
triple damage on the crit, so that is 9. So
You realise when you said do it again, that was a challenge. And I responded.
Challenge accepted. And you
So
rolled critical
45 on the
damage.
second one.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Japan gets stuff done.
you always manage to do this against.
I know, it's so insane.
It's like massive challenge. Ha ha ha. Jaquan goes, fuck off.
Now you have an idea of what Al has to put up with in his Star Wars game.
I don't mind. Didn't Al
This
create
is a
a meme for
only
this?
reason Lenza keeps Jaquan around.
Lenza, Al made a meme for this, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep. I
So-
sure did. I'm gonna dig it up.
All right, so you know,
I love that Lenza thinks she keeps Jaquan.
In a sense that I haven't left you. Yes.
60 damage, is it?
I'm just saying, which one of us contributes more to the party,
It was-
especially when the chips are down?
It
Cough,
was
cough.
72 damage if you're looking for a total.
Oh yeah,
did
because of all of the
72
bonuses.
damage.
Bonuses from
When you
Sean.
do something as memorable as throwing an explosive onto the entire party by accident, come
Good,
talk to
good
me.
call. One turning her, clearly not memorable.
there you go.
I'm just gonna go and play some Vermintide or something. There's really not much point in me being here.
Ah!
All
The
right,
glory
what
hole.
happens?
The spirit just vanishes.
Ooh.
The first one
There was no like
strikes it.
explosion or anything.
Nope, just
Uh-oh.
Well, wipe out the rest of the undead guys. I'm busy.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
You know, it wouldn't have happened if I didn't say he got his ubiquitous 20.
Yeah.
And then you said do it
You
again.
said do it again.
I was like, do I say I'm going to? No, we'll just click it and find out. Hey.
It's impressive.
And then you rolled critical damage as well.
Yep.
And then you had all of the bonuses from Sean.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. So after Jaquan, it is Shiro.
Shiro's going to try and kill this zombie.
For the recording,
skeleton.
For the recording, people need the GIF.
Yeah.
13 points of damage, minus 1 DR.
Which one was that against?
Skelly.
The Skelly. Yeah,
Yep.
this guy.
Cool.
My foe.
You destroy it. Hypatia, you're up. Jaquan has saved the day once again. He'll probably be expecting some beer.
Hey,
Or
I'm the
maybe
one.
more magical items and armor.
You still there,
Sean's the
Zel?
one stressing his throat, guys. He needs the beer.
Cut these guys up.
Oh, right, it's my turn.
You've been singing for like 18 seconds.
No, no, it's hard work back here. I have to channel
I'll
the
tell you
8.
this one.
Milli Vanilli have sung more.
Burn!
Deep cut from history.
Yeah, that's a kill.
That's a doozy.
Alright, targeting this one.
Yep.
Select token.
So I don't think I should maybe get more wisdom drained. It seems to be working out.
That might. I think that still hits.
It does. The zombies are pretty easy to hit. But
There
they're
you go.
tough.
Soften up from Shiro and or Jaquan.
Alright, there you go. Alright,
Jaquan is seriously considering just walking out.
this one is going to, let's see if it attacks evens, it'll be Shiro, odds, it will be Hypatia. Actually, no, it's got 3 targets. 1, 2, it's Shiro, 3, 4, it's Hypatia, 5, 6, it's Jaquan. Goes for Jaquan.
It wants revenge for its mistress.
I was going to say, you're considering walking out, then a zombie hits you at the back.
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't do anything, but it hits you.
And I keep walking out while the zombie's crawling at my back, and I'm like, yep.
Alright, odds, it's going to, this one's going to be attacking Hypatia, evens. Jaquan. Evens, Jaquan. Puts the slam in. And it misses by a mile also. Okay, new round. Sean, you're up.
I'm just going to keep. There's still monsters in there, isn't there?
There are, it sounds
I'll
like.
keep chanting.
Jaquan, are you in fact disengaging?
Well, in deference to the rest of the party, rather than hanging around here for another 10 rounds while they mop up, I'll attack this one.
Cool, go for it. So,
I believe that will hit, because that goes to an 11, which is...
their armor
Ooh.
class is 8.
Yeah.
You're hitting a 5, so I'm doing 15 points of damage.
Plus
It's-
another 11.
And it is dead at the second hit.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like they were distressed by the demise of the spirit. Yeah, that's not how you put something on the
By
I'm-
the apparent demise.
Yeah, I'm more concerned by the fact that the mist hasn't like rolled away or anything like that.
Yeah.
It might just take time.
Okay, after Jaquan, it is Shiro.
Shiro is going to stab that guy again.
Go for it.
I should have
Go
gone
with
for him.
stiletto stab.
I made too wise a choice.
Wow.
That misses
No.
considerably.
He's very hard to hit. He's a zombie.
They're bred for avoiding damage. Hypatia.
Mm,
Alright, let's clean house.
So you attack with a broom.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, well, criticals him.
Yep.
Pity it wasn't on something that mattered.
Still mattered. He could have done me some damage.
Some more damage.
Exactly.
You've wiped it out. Dunk. You have another attack. Jaquan's next to you.
Bring it on. I'm
No, just
pretty
remember, you're the monster.
I'm pretty sure I one round you. My lord, you need to roll 20s.
Uh-huh.
Jaquan only deals in 20s. He either misses or he rolls a 20.
Yep.
There is no other 20.
So what is this altar here? Looks pretty amazing, just saying.
So we're all done.
Well, there's no enemies immediately around us, I assume.
Do I see everyone relaxing? So I stop
No.
chanting.
No.
Definitely not relaxed, but
So,
Do you want me just to stand here singing for the rest of the night?
I think
Oh,
I
no, you
might
can
have
stop singing.
twinged a shoulder muscle or something. Lenta, why don't you come and give it a rub? Do something useful for the fight.
This is where she pulls out the brimstone munition.
no,
Hey, as long as
it
she's
won't kill
aiming
him. It'll
at
just
me-
kill Shiro.
Yeah, as long as she's aiming at me, I'm fine.
That's fine. Lenza will wander up to Kruber. And how are you presenting your shoulder?
With an off the shoulder number.
Oh, yeah, with the
how do you do that at full plate?
yeah, just reach through the full plate.
Sexfully.
Crusade.
Excellent.
Oh,
At this point, Lenza will take out her long knife and try to jab it into Kruber's neck.
go ahead. Cool.
So you
What
were
is
asking about
this?
that altar. It's not so much an altar, at least it doesn't look like it's consecrated or anything like that. It is a slab of stone which may be more akin to a table, I guess, or a bench, and it has what appears to be a basin upon it, which is on the left, an empty basin, and on the right it looks to be a basin of, so the basin on the left is stone and the basin on the right appears to be more akin to like a polished or burnished brass. There is a knife sitting in the middle which looks to be old and rusty, covered with dried blood.
Can I ask
Well,
a question?
Go.
What does it look like was in the basin?
So the basin, the stone basin looks to be pretty clean, and the basin that's made of the burnished bronze or whatever appears to be tarnished. Some kind of liquid may have been in there. It looks, I suppose, a bit like a Carnifex table that has been, possibly, maybe reused for some other purpose. Might be an altar. Who knows? But there is,
Sean.
no real iconography around it, which would say, yes, altar.
Okay.
At least that is to the discerning eye of the two clerics in the party.
Okay.
Shiro, did you know we had a second cleric in the party?
I'm sure he knows.
Yes, he does. Especially since he greeted Sean in the holy language. So, I don't want to touch that knife, but I also don't want to leave it here.
Sean is going to cast Detect Traps and
I already
Detect.
have detect traps on.
Oh, you have still on your does it? Okay,
Yeah.
well then I will cast Detect Magic.
Okay. There is magic on some of the people, but there is no magic on that altar, the knife, or anything else in this room that you can
Okay.
see. There's a bit of, I guess you could say, a shimmer in the misty kind of miasma that swirls around, but
Mm.
I think Al just put his mean up, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's it.
Yep.
It's legit.
Yeah.
Guys, are you sure we should be taking on this dragon? Don't worry, Wisdom 6 Trooper. We got you.
Mhm.
Now we'll just be back here behind you.
So
So the cloud looks magical, does it?
Yes. It's kind of all
Okay.
around and pervasive, but it's not. It's nothing too, I guess, obvious.
Okay, so there still seems to be sort of a curse here, I think. So, as much as we've killed the ghost, I don't know if it's going to be permanent.
now I know the skeletons were wearing armor and stuff. Does that look like it's in good condition at all?
It looks to be in moderate condition. It looks to be but light and flimsy.
Yeah.
So, it's generally like leather tunics or the like gambeson.
As the armorer that I am,
Mhm.
does it look like it has value?
Not really.
Ah, dang it. How am I going to earn my share? I have to look for more valuable loot. This armor is
you-
trash.
Fund your habit.
It's not that it's trash. It's just that it's cheap armor. So
Okay.
it's not really worth it. People aren't going to want to buy it.
As opposed to
So-
one made normally by.
Hmm.
So maybe we should check the rest of this at the rest of the keep while we're here for that,
Absolutely.
because I don't know how ghosts ghosts just disappear like that when you kill them. That seems I don't know.
I mean, they don't have anything to leave behind.
Hmm. But I don't
Hey,
think that's. I think there's more to it than just the killing the ghost. I think we've got to find what's holding it here in this mortal plane.
Hey, Knife Ears, do you want to check this thing out in case there's something hidden here? Sometimes people hide stuff in stuff like where there's bowls and knives and stuff found. Just saying.
Kitchens, dining
Yeah.
rooms.
Wait,
Where there are tables and stuff.
are we allowed to call her knifeys to her face now? I thought we'd agreed
Oh no,
on
you're not.
saying that to her face.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't mind that last time when somebody else called you that.
Who called me that last time?
The noble?
Oh
Wait.
right, sorry, yeah. If it's a noble, that's fine. I don't give a shit what nobles do, but
Oh, well then you're good with it.
you're,
Because I just so happen to be a noble.
Can I poke the bowls with my hammer?
Yes.
Dong!
Do you poke the bowls with your hammer?
Yes.
All right. Which one are you poking first?
I will poke. That looks like the stone one there, isn't it? On the left.
Yes.
I just nudged a bit.
Okay. It's a basin, so it's kind of set in. Dunk,
Oh, okay.
dunk.
And the knife is not attached to anything, or
Are you touching it or are you pushing the knife?
I'm pushing it with my hammer.
The knife seems to be a little bit stuck. Not majorly, just a little bit, and it has a little bit of resistance. But it eventually pops and gives way. Obviously, it had become stuck with rust and whatever, presumably blood or other sticky substances, had been secreted upon it to the surface, and it pops away from the top of the bench and skitters along a couple inches, leaving behind a stain mark in the shape of the knife upon the surface.
I don't think this knife's been used in quite some time.
It was used to kill the ghost, or what the ghost was in real life, in
Potentially, yeah.
mortality.
And the bowl beside it, still looking
It's a
just a bronze bowl. You said, yeah, with
No,
it looks like it's.
another basin, bronze, that looks like it's tarnished. If you touch it, it goes ting.
Maybe I should start up a drum shop. Nothing else of note in here.
Nothing.
Shall we continue our exploration in other rooms, folks?
Yes,
Mhm.
I'm gonna pick up that torch I had.
In the spirit of full disclosure, I have 2 spells left.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'm really actually evil, and I thought I'd tell you that now.
Yeah, no. I have,
No,
and
he's
they're not very
just keeping
helpful.
that for
One's
another
mind traps.
Shiro asks Hypatia, could you cut these heads off and pile them up over here?
Okay. Sure. I'd do that for a while.
Okay.
No.
Wow.
Wisdom 5.
Good thing is it doesn't take
Love
long to
it.
cut zombies' heads off. There's not much give in the flesh. And now that
Yeah.
they're not resisting your attacks, they are pretty
Mhm.
compliant with the decapitation.
Are we heading this way?
Mhm.
Haha, I see what you did there.
Yes, I totally meant to do that,
So
but I'll take it.
what we need to do is I need to go back over
I think there's a door here.
I need to go over here into the art library and do head pile. And
Is this a door?
hang on. They're only premium assets. Can I get skull pile? Hang on. I know you're asking me a question, but here we go. This will do. That's a lot, but
Amazing.
Big pile.
They also haven't had 2 skulls.
Anyone else suddenly feel like cornflakes?
Mm.
okay. So
I don't know,
what,
look,
What you mean?
what were you
roll-
asking? You were
I was
asking-
asking if these are doors.
No, they are not.
It looks
Okay,
more
what
like
are
a
they?
big
Oh,
night
hang
on
on.
the
No,
town.
they are doors. It's hard to see with that. Yeah, they are doors. It's hard to see with the aura. It makes sense.
Okay,
Let's-
let's explore through them, guys.
Are you opening that door? Which door are you opening?
This one. And Shiro says, quick, guys, open the other door and get
Better
in
or
here."
not?
Okay.
Sure, you left your torch behind.
Oh, did
that
I?
was me too. I think that was my torch. I think.
Is it? Let me just check if it was mine or his. I think it was
No,
mine.
it's not Shiro's.
It's not mine?
No.
Where is my torch?
It's on you. When you
Oh, is it?
move your little. See, if you got to watch your shadow, it moves with you.
Okay.
These are against Shiro.
Oh, hello.
Where's
There's
Shiro?
guys out here.
Stop moving around, everybody. I'm rolling
Sorry.
dice.
I'll move back here.
So armor class 2 for 7 piercing damage, Shiro.
Oh. No, wait, I'm actually 1. Yay!
I thought AC2 hit you before.
You rolled a 1.
Okay.
You rolled it.
Cool.
Perfect 1.
Cool.
0, technically. But yeah,
Okay.
with the negative
Arrows coming from yonder.
1. It's that helm saving my ass.
Cool. You
I
can go
mean-
in.
Mirrored at Rogbed?
Yeah. No, not an apocalypse now. Come on.
Zakwan. You heard 2 arrows go thunk thunk into the wall near Shiro.
And from what I've seen, I've got to go around that way.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
There's a door there.
And I'm going to stand there.
Shiro, you'll be up next.
Ah, you bastards.
No, you don't seem to have your light source on you.
5. Oh, I don't?
No.
I have no idea where that is.
I love that you have no idea because you've got dark vision.
Well, it must be back in this room. I can't see through walls.
I picked up a torch.
There's a torch.
That could have been it.
There's a torch over here,
Yeah, I think you've picked up mine. That's the problem.
Oops.
but that one can't be moved.
Oh right, that's a that should be my torch.
Okay.
That was a sputtering torch. Alright.
Yeah.
So I'll chuck.
Thank you.
And
I'll
let me just give you access to it. Come on. controlled by all players. Save. Now you have access to move it. Cool. After Hypatia's acted, after Shuru, was she doing anything? Did she act?
I haven't, so I'll guess I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, and yeah, just drop my torch, draw my sword again.
Okay, Sean, you're up.
Sean will move forward. Ooh. 2 steps, 1, 2, and go. Oh my god! Look at those zombies! I will turn them to our cause and
Make them attack each other. Or dance.
Okay, roll. Okay, you've got them both.
woohoo!
What are you doing with them?
Do you say anything about it?
What are you going to do?
Come, my pretties, come! I'll get them to
Kneel
move
before
over here.
me. Kneel before Zod.
Kneel before us all.
Alright, they move. Alright. New round. For some reason, Shura, they've moved away from you. But you think it was had something to do with Sean going, move up there, you bastards.
Come, my pretties, come!
I missed Lenza, did I?
I haven't been told to move.
Sorry,
Yeah.
you should have moved after Hypatia before Sean.
Cool. Okay, then I would have gone probably just to the door here,
Sorry about
and
that.
then probably pushed forward to because I can mute my full and then stay there for now.
I wrote number 4 against your name to say that you had acted, but didn't call you out. My apologies.
Cool. That's all good.
Always call him out.
So, Shuru.
Alright, Shiro is going to open this door that's right here.
Okay, that means I do this, and then that, and then
Oh. Interesting. And it's gonna
Oh,
go
we've been
1,
here
2,
before.
3. There we go. That's my turn.
Oh, is this how we got out of the thing
damn.
last time?
I believe so.
Yes.
I have no idea. I just in the dark.
in the dark. Quack.
In the dark.
Didn't we go out through the north?
Yeah, we went out up here.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we came in
Don't worry about it. If you don't
Southwest.
recognize it, it doesn't matter. But for those of us who had dark vision, just me. Nothing here is new.
You got to watch Lenza bump into
Everything.
Yeah,
It was hilarious.
I was about to say I don't think I recognize those things and those things here. Just from what I
There was
bumped
a
into.
moment where you were like, "All right, I've run into something. I'm gonna go to the side. I'm gonna step forward here. Okay, there's definitely gonna be something in front of me. So I step into this thing. I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like this is mwah, comedy gold.
There was a drunk crab on the early hours of Sunday morning.
It was just that you could have walked straight ahead like the entire way, but you kept like double guessing yourself. It was great.
So Lenza is up now.
Turns out that what I can't see,
Oh,
I
hang on.
can't see.
Hypatia didn't act though after I asked her to.
Right, okay, so I guess they're moving away. I guess we'll get to kill them later.
Then Lenza.
Excellent. I will
Oh,
go
Okay.
forward. Can't see anything, so I'll stop.
Yeah, it's like if you take away our light sources.
Sean.
So, question:
Yes.
am I feeling the aura trying to steal the zombies away from me?
You feel that so you don't have control of them. You temporarily gain control. It's like turn undead. Turn undead lasts for a turn. You have to keep channeling power to turn them. At the moment, you are keep channeling power to control them.
Yeah, I get that. But you said there was a force trying to.
Yes, their own nature.
Yeah. Okay. So that's didn't have anything to do with like it hasn't changed. Is what I'm getting at.
You don't think so? No, they are going to try and fight against it. It's just how it is.
Can we call it every turn undead then?
Because I can't turn them
can.
anymore because I can't see them. Oh well.
You can't.
No, someone ran off with the torch. I would go to
Okay.
there, and now I can't. That's my action.
Okay, Jaquan.
Well, once again, Sean's helping out by bringing some light, so I'll move here and attack that one.
You know me, I love helping.
Okay, you got -1 to hit that guy because he's in the shadows.
But you get +1 to hit because
Mhm.
Less.
So roll again, because I'm guessing that didn't kill him.
What's your Thaco?
16, so that's a 7.
Yep, that will hit.
Nice.
And that was 4, 6. Okay, he is still standing.
And the second one doesn't put him down either, sadly.
Nope. They take considerably less damage. Alright,
okay, that's because you got a stabby stab, is it?
yep. The worst weapon to use against a skeleton.
Do you want a warhammer, mate?
No,
I
he still
mean-
wants to use his Rancer.
Alright,
It's magical and attacks twice.
they're going to shoot arrows at Jaquan.
Seems likely. My AC is 1.
As long as they hit him and not me.
Can the guy who's being
Or
attacked by the
somebody.
Rancer attack him?
Yep.
With a bow? Oh,
Yep.
Dang.
They don't attack him very well, though. But they drew back on the arrows and let loose really powerful shots. They just didn't aim them very well. Alright,
Do you want to roll to see if they hit Lancer instead?
I mean, yeah, sure, if you want me to do that.
Do you want me to spend a card for that?
They rolled a 4
Wow.
to hit Lenza. There you go. Let's see if they hit Sean. Here we go. Because, I mean, this was all your idea.
No, I didn't want them to hit Sean.
Okay, it's new round, and Hypatia is up. You hear more arrows going thunk thunk.
Okay, I guess there is some thingy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and
That's difficult terrain directly to your right.
yep. So
One square.
I'll go there, and that's my turn.
Okay, it will then be Lenza.
Cool. I'm going to step down to here to get a better line of sight and then shoot this guy.
-1 to hit because of the boxes, but go for it.
Alright, let's actually get my. I should manage my non OP. So I have +3. And I don't know strike anymore, so doing that. Cool.
That is a wild and erratic shot.
Yeah, it is.
Sean, Lenza tried to kill you.
Oh,
uh,
Alright, you have control of them both. If you can see them both, I believe you can now.
can't see them both, yeah.
Alright, what do you want to do?
There's something drawn over here.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a bow from previously.
Okay.
There was a bow on the
Um,
ground.
I will get them to move to there and to there,
Okay.
respectively,
Alright,
and drop their weapons.
sure. I'll do that on their turn. Jaquan, what are you doing?
Let's do that again. That I'm guessing doesn't kill it, so that one might.
Dead.
Ah,
Alright, then it will be Shuru.
Makes it easier for you to control the other ones.
Sher's going to come over here and open this door.
Alright, that requires me to do some stuff. And I can go back to the token layer. Right, there you go. So you want this guy to move over there and drop his weapon. Alright, there's a bow on the ground there now as well. So if I get free hand, let's go. Bloop. Their bows aren't particularly well made, obviously. They're blue squiggles. Lenza,
Man, you gave them blue bows.
I did. They're blue. Ba-da-bee-da-ba.
I will step here and shoot this one again.
Alright,
You mean shoot at?
Yes. There's a 5 hit.
it does.
Cool. Hey, I did damage.
Alright,
I did very little damage, but I did some damage.
Sean.
You'll kill it in the next round, won't you?
Probably.
I'll move down to here and then turn undead still.
Okay.
I wouldn't want you guys to cock it up.
You don't need to roll for how many you get since there's only one.
Mm-hmm.
Jaquan. Oh, what are you intending to do with it anyway, just as a matter of curiosity?
I'll just get it to like
How about dance?
Do the
Attack
worm.
Enter.
Do the worm.
draw and drop its sword, or
Okay.
draw and throw its sword over here.
Yeet.
Okay. Sure.
Draw it. I'm
Alright.
assuming it has a sword.
When it
does it?
draws its
It
sword,
does.
does that provoke an opportunity? No. Aw,
Jaquan, you'll go.
that misses. That hits.
Alright, it's still standing though. And then it will be Shiro.
Shiro is going to
Do whatever
walk to this
Shiro
door
does.
and open it.
Shiro of the door opening.
Mm-hmm.
The great adventure.
He keeps
Yes.
opening doors, and then eventually he gets to one and goes, "Uh-oh!" Closes
I
again.
found what I was looking for. It's fine.
Is that your rod?
Hypatia,
Hypatia's rod.
you're up.
Okay, let's try and kill
It's
some plebs.
sticky.
Is there a? Do we solve the +1 from Bless?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that lasts 2 hours or something, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And there's 1 to
1 hour, but
damage. Okay. Thanks for working. Just roll that again. What? Okay, something's actually probably wrong here.
Did your macro require you to be selecting your token?
Yeah. Let's try that again. There we go. My God. Yes. Let's hit it again.
Alright. It is dead. Crunches. Crunches into bones. Unfortunately, that does mean is that you have broken the control that Sean had over it.
Oh no.
Okay, at this point, what I'm going to do... Oh, hang on, no I won't. Because... There go.
Oh.
Thunk into the wall next to you, Shiro. New round. Sean, you heard a bow still fire somewhere in the distance to the south.
It's my go, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
South towards Shiro.
Was that square I got to? 20 feet?
And then it will be Jaquan.
And then I'll say to Shiro, duck.
And you'll say goose.
He's like. Wait, how tall is Shiro?
I'm done.
Shiro's 4'4". Well, he's actually pretty tall.
Now,
Never mind.
now it's Shiro.
Yep, Shiro will duck through the doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. We'll get him over to here. Alright. Done.
Hypatia.
I guess I probably heard. I might have heard something from over there.
You all heard the twanging sound. It kind of echoes
Right.
around a bit. You're all on heightened alert as well.
2,
Also, you can hear the
3,
pitter
4,
patter
5.
of Shiro's feet.
6. Full move. Done.
Then Lenza.
Probably I'll go towards the light because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. I can go to about here, so I'll stay there.
Cool. Alright, there go. He's going to draw its sword and it's going to swing it at Shiru.
No.
No, indeed. Alright. Jaquan. Oh! Yep.
What was ooh?
Oh, I minimized my screen.
Okay. Not. You stepped on the thing, you fool!
That wouldn't have been a ooh, that would have been a
Hey, short stuff.
What's up?
not your
That's right.
not you.
Nah, that was to Shiro.
Right,
I don't
Shiru.
actually have to move in that close, but I'll
Shiru
give
is up.
Shiro a chance.
Shiru is up
I'm
next.
sure it will. Stab this guy. Oh,
That will be
that's a pretty good hit.
considerable amount of damage.
-1 to his DR. Take that, jerk.
Wow, there was a really delayed die roll then. Really delayed 3D die roll. Okay. -1 to his DR, which he has no DR.
Oh,
Oh. Alright, but 12 piercing damage. Alright.
He now has some damage retention.
He
That's
does.
DR.
He's still standing though.
Mhm.
Hypatia.
I want it down, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And turn.
And then it will be Lenza, followed by Sean.
Cool. I'm going to poke my head in through the door. Hey, there's a skeleton. I'm not going to bother to waste an arrow. So I'll just wander around to the table and
Somebody
inspect it closer.
She can hit.
Arrows are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Alright, you inspect the table. Okay. It looks like it did last time. With
So
the food
nothing's changed.
with the food mostly knocked over, the drink spilled, etc. because
Yeah.
someone jumped on the table and scattered it. Right, after Sean. It will be
Well.
Are you doing anything, Sean?
I am. I'm taking control of said zombie.
Well, you fail.
Do I?
It's not a zombie.
I do. Do I?
It's a skeleton.
That's a
A
skeleton.
skeleton.
You rolled a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Does that do anything for me?
Yep, you've got control of it. What do you want it to do?
Drop its stuff and do a little jig on the spot.
Dance
Alright.
the funky chicken on its 75th birthday.
It starts twerking. You didn't say what
Oh.
dance to choose to do.
Ugh. Can skeletons twerk?
they can clap.
I'm getting ready to do
But
the
not in the way that I think is
No,
required.
not in the way that's required.
Sure, there is a very unsettling sight. And because of your height, it's almost at eye level.
the zombies there. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammal.
Shiro's gonna move away and pick up this thing.
That's a skeleton's bow.
Oh, I thought that was the prince's rod.
No.
Ah, dang it. Well, then I'll just stab it. If I can't see the rod around, then
The rod's somewhere in here, but I didn't put a thing down there. That was a skeleton's bow.
ah,
There
okay.
was probably here somewhere.
Hero, I've heard an ancient, what did you say, stone race? Stone King? Saying that says when the skeleton's hip bones are either side of your head, therapy's going to be very expensive. Is that true?
Your stupidity is only dwarfed by this.
I see what you did there. Low blow.
Yep.
Okay. At this point, what I'm going to do is
Drop us out of combat.
drop you out of combat, but also do
let us see the whole map?
Sort of. Where is it? Oh, you're kidding me. Don't do this to me, stupid. There we go. That's what it is. Toom. I've just enabled global illumination.
Woo!
Yay!
I guess I could delete all the dynamic lighting, but I don't want to.
Yeah, that sounds like a great way to regret having done that.
It took me. I mean, the dynamic lighting took a while to put on this map because of all the little nooks and crannies. But you can feel free to move about now as you wish. There is no combat, so that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the first time you're in here, 17 rounds. That time, 16 rounds. 33,
Yeah, well, those
33
mass-
combat rounds.
So
double
is
crits
Hypatia
help.
able to find the rod?
Yes.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Do
Look
you,
at them like
do you wish me
that.
to delete all the doors?
Yes, please.
I'll do that.
This is the room I got stuck in because of the windows. I was like, oh, there's light, and I can't get out.
Are we free to be moving around then?
Mm-hmm.
That's what.
Yeah, that's what
Right,
it came.
Cool.
Where do these stairs lead?
Oh, hang on a second.
Is this actually lit?
Hang on a
The
second.
brazier? Oh,
I'm not.
sorry.
I'm not looking because I'm just deleting all the
Mhm.
doors. Like I said, I was going to making sure there's no more yellow dynamic lighting on the map. All right. So, what were you asking? Sorry.
The brazier,
Well,
that's
is
here.
that,
is that lit?
oh, the doors just lead in there.
It is lit.
Ooh.
It-
What's the quality of these furs?
Good.
Oh, yes. Start rolling up some furs.
Hey, loot.
And this table looks nice.
It does.
So hang on, this is that fire's lit and the table's nice and
Mm-hmm.
hmm,
It's almost like the keep is in various time zones.
hmm.
Didn't you have a
Yeah.
theory about how time was being affected? Oh, wait, you do, just not yet. But you will.
What's in these boxes?
So they look to be supplies. A lot of them are either dried food or rations of salt or spice or alcohol, etc. But most of them are, like things that you would expect for maintenance.
So for the sort of supplies for when they were doing the maintenance work in here.
No, because that was never kept in here.
Okay.
There was
Yeah,
the small.
all this stuff is completely new, created by the spirit.
Perhaps.
Or her backers or something.
Yeah.
So it's like pieces of wood and stuff to build doors, or
and nails and
okay.
earthenware jars of pitch and stuff like
This
that.
has excellent value. All right,
Well, this looks like a
We can put,
hideout for a
400 pounds of stuff on the wagon cart thing, can't we?
Mhm.
All right. We'll definitely include those furs.
They do look
Oh,
good. And
That's like a real bed.
it is a real bed.
Oh my goodness.
Dibs, he says, jumping on.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
does this look like something that, well and truly out of place?
Yes,
Is there any magic on any of this?
yes,
So that I can see magic in here?
yes.
Where?
Everywhere.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
Would you say, is it a specific type of magic, or he can't really tell? It's
I
just
can't tell. It's
some
just-
kind of magic.
So, Schools of Magic didn't exist until 2nd edition for your info.
I'm making another reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see this, but I am pointing at the moment. There is magic on the brazier, and it's at this point you realise that it is not giving out heat, but it is giving out light.
Ah, it's an illusion projector thing. I don't know.
So is all this stuff an illusion then? Maybe it's
Can I-
all like
I
running and
tried
stuff.
carrying a fur into the next room where it's not in the light of the brazier.
I don't
This
even
one.
think I put a light on it, which is really annoying. I should put light on it, so hang on a second. I
I
don't
poked
think
my-
I did.
with my hammery thing.
But I'll take one of the furs out here and see if it continues to exist.
Yep, it does.
Does it still look really nice?
It does. You've got 4 really good quality furs.
Awesome.
Are they still magical when he takes them outside?
I don't know. Are you with me?
Well, I'll walk out there and
Yes,
Have a look.
there is magic upon them. One of them is a really nice quality large brown bear fur with intact head and everything.
Oh, yeah, keeping that one. It's badass.
It is.
I mean, it would fit better if it was a bear cub.
well, sure. Do you want to go and get the horse and cart and bring it over to the entrance, or get one of
It's
our
cool for
retainers? to bring it?
Kruber. I mean, not Kruber. I'm
Kruber's
so
done,
sorry. I'm so,
enough heavy lifting.
so sorry,
today.
Vader.
Vader.
I did not mean to imply that you were Kruber.
I mean, which one of us has done the most heavy lifting today? Because it's me.
The
Well,
divine protection from evil was very helpful.
It was. I
So
would
was
say it was
Holy
the
Chant
s-
wasn't bad either.
I would say they are the second and third most helpful things today.
I'd try to look down the well.
We should lower Shuro down the well.
Ooh.
Actually,
Do we
let's
need to
lower
lower
Kruber.
or just drop him.
Let's lower Kruber down the well by his feet.
I
Then
mean,
we know he'll get a natural 20 when he hits the bottom.
you can try, but my shoulders are too broad to fit down there. You can tell they're that broad from how much carrying I've had to do.
Can we just drop your head first down there and not worry
No,
about
my head's way too big to fit down that.
We'll use your rancer to pop it and stick it down.
Okay, clearly Sean has to die if he's coming for my ransom. Now it's gone too far.
Right, so I sent a
Hey.
few. I've sent a
Look.
few.
I'm going to be honest. I prefer the old Kruber.
I sent a few whispers around to people. To some people, anyway.
Ah,
I guess I'm blissfully ignorant.
I feel like the magic users are probably not.
Was there something interesting down the well since you're looking down there?
Yeah,
I'd imagine water.
maybe. Let's say the GM.
So the well over here is dark. You can't see all the way down.
you have a
Prop
torch.
myself
Gonna
on the
chuck one
edge
down?
and have a look down. Can I see down there? Is it over 60 feet?
It's over
Sorry,
60 feet.
Throw a Shuro down there.
No, don't do that.
Are you checking your whispers, Mr.
I
GM?
am. Oh, okay.
I am in a minute. They
Apparently, Shuro's got one as well.
He sure is always sending whispers. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Shuro, you want to come here for a bit?
Yeah, no problem.
I have something to discuss with you.
make a D20 roll for me, Hypatia.
See the
Oh.
tape?
Yeah. I do
Oh,
see it.
Pretty good or really bad?
Yes.
Is it giving you a headache?
It's not.
Maybe you should stand on one of the seats so you can see the top of the table.
Uh,
Wow.
I might just not be like concentrating on it as hard because I already saw something and that makes me like not want to concentrate on it anytime soon.
Okay, what did you see?
Some markings
Yeah.
that seem to be related to Kalala.
Ah. Yeah, well, there's markings on the table that are divine in nature.
Indeed.
Hmm.
They are. Kalala is, one of the 8.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, are we kind of upsetting some people here? We've got a lot of magic in this room.
She kind of disparaged the 8 previously. So maybe she was cursed by Kalala.
Hmm. But then, should we be doing? Maybe should we be destroying this stuff, or these markings appear to be wrong. Not sure why, but they're not right.
They do?
Hmm?
Oh, okay. I guess I'll have a look at them. To just to be clear, Kalala is the god that Jaquan invoked earlier in the fight against her.
Okay.
So,
but you where did you see that the runes that you're talking about?
On the table.
On the table. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whilst they're having their theological discussions, what are the rest of you doing?
Well, Lena's going to pick up the arrows that she can because,
Okay.
which won't be too many of those.
Yeah.
But I think I roughly have about 4 or so. I think from the lot I shot.
Cool. Jaquan, what are you doing?
Going back to the wagon and seeing if there's some beer to drink to celebrate.
There was beer down in this direction, remember?
Going back to the wagon to see if there's some beer. I'm still wisdom 6. So, I'm tempted.
I reckon wisdom 6 and give it a taste test.
To begin with wisdom 6 would, I'm like, I feel like I'm not making as good decisions as I did before, and past me was like, yeah, no.
No, that's fine. You can go back to there. I don't know if you brought any beer, but you can start looking around for beer.
If I have to unpack everything, I will.
Thade is there and he goes, no beer.
No.
Cool. So I'm gonna do a freaking. Sorry, I can't remember. It was I honestly can't remember. It was Mary or Pippin. I'm gonna drop the torch down the well. See if I can see anything that goes down.
Okay, so it's all in the Fool of a Took, which was in the book. And he didn't actually throw anything down.
Well, it was a pebble or something, wasn't it?
It was a pebble. Yeah, he dropped a pebble.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Clink, clink, clink.
Yeah, I
clink,
think that might
clink,
be the mist, or it's
Clunk.
coming from the brazier.
It hits after a couple seconds.
There's no splashing sound.
No, it sounds like it hits rock. And
Oh,
echoes
get the
back.
wells dry. Did the torch go out?
Oh, you dropped a torch, did you? Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I missed that. Okay, so there is a torch down there. So if I were to grab a torch and chuck it on there, then that'll do. Okay. Your torch does not go out. It sputters around a bit. You see that it's hard to tell distance, but it is quite far. What's that? Someone just posted something. Okay, yeah, it's dropped quite far. You're not sure. It's very hard to to determine just how far it's gone, but you believe that if you were to fall that far, it could quite seriously kill you. Easily. It's small. The torch is slowly starting to sputter as it's resting against a solid surface, and yeah, but it's other than that, it looks like it's just a dry well.
Cool.
You can't really see too much down there, though.
No.
Because the well's bottom will be bigger than just
Yeah.
the shaft, most likely.
I was wondering if Wisdom 5, Hypatia will figure this out.
This is a very deep well, though. You know that much. Very deep
Mm.
well. Wells aren't normally dug that deep.
I
you wanna
have a
check out-
question.
Just saying.
Because
When you say it's dug very deep, I know that I want off, but how many nodgrams are we talking here? Because that's, I believe, how the party measures
Falling distance.
depth. Yeah,
Yeah, at least maybe 2.5, possibly 3.
that is a lot of deeps.
yeah. Okay. It's, I'm just. I know. I thought ghosts thing. I thought ghosts were like supposed to be there because something had wrong with them. Maybe someone pushed this lady down a well when she was still alive. It's deep enough to kill someone.
Okay, so the chairs, Sean,
Mhm.
appear to be the same as the table.
Okay, so they got markings on them.
Yep, around the frame of them.
Hmm.
Lindsay wandered over and asked, "What is there an issue here, or was it just?"
It's a hardwood table. Looks to be quite nice. It's inlaid with a tile mosaic. The chairs are also of hardwood with an upholstered cushion on the back and on the seat. Look
Are
quite
the
nice.
markings part of the inlays, or are they just being carved on the table?
They look like
Half
they
the
are.
thing.
They look like they are part of the inlay. They have been made and engraved into the surface deliberately by the creator.
Yeah, they're not. It's not like someone's carved it in afterwards as a
It is not vandalism.
graffiti thing. Yeah.
How much does it look like it weighs?
Significantly heavy. It looks like, and it's not just that it will be heavy. It will be also awkward to lift. But the good thing is, you have some very strong
There's
people.
tons of us. Yes. I'll lift one corner.
You can lift a corner.
On the spherical?
What's this guy? Are these just barrels on this wall?
Yes. So one barrel that's got some water in it.
3 crates or something.
Yeah, it looks like a drinking bucket. There's a drinking ladle hanging up to the side of it.
And that fire over there's in like a brazier or something?
Yes, that is the brazier that is magical and it is giving out light but no heat.
Okay, so that's definitely magical, the brazier.
Well, what type of brazier is it? Like, is it a big brass one or?
It looks to
Like-
be iron.
Oh, wow.
We
Okay.
definitely want to take that with us.
So is that like cast iron?
No, but it is black. But it looks like it's black from maybe
From use.
from use. Yes.
So it's like pig iron.
Mhm.
Something.
Make another D20 roll for me, Hypatia.
Sure.
Cool.
Well, certainly this room seems to have all of the interesting things in it. I think we should pretty much clear it out and take it to the shop where we bought all the random crap before coming here. The cloak and the where was that? The knick-knack shop in town.
Tennyson's Curiosities.
That's it. The curiosity shop.
Okay, so this is what you'll start to realize with a bit more of a collective search, etc. The bedrolls look to be relatively newish in here. Many of the supplies look to be relatively newish in here. You start getting the feeling that, I mean, you don't really have a lot of skills in this area, but you are adventurers. Some of you are, some of you are soldiers or have a soldiery kind of background, etc. You're starting to get the idea that the bedrolls and many of the supplies that were in here, not the ones in the room that you're in at the moment, other than like the crates and the drinking barrels, etc. You start feeling that they were maybe a bandit's hideout, or the beginning of a bandit's hideout.
Hmm.
That's and
Maybe
earlier
that's actually got enough power.
and earlier you were someone was talking. I think it was Sean was talking about the undead being the people who came in here. You start getting if you start having a look at them, that yes, they looked like they were. Even the zombies weren't old and moldy zombies, etc. They look to have been freshly, when I say freshly, within the last couple of weeks, killed and raised, and they're wearing the clothes that you would associate with people who lived on the road and had that kind of transient type approach, and a bit of a scoundrel type thing. Like a lot of them will have a small knife at their side, or little bits and pieces, bric-a-brac that you would expect to see ne'er-do-wells carry. You even find like a set of lockpicks on one, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so the fashion they're wearing is modern fashion, current fashion.
For people who live on the road, yes.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, where do they get all this stuff from? Like,
They brought it.
Well, that's why we got paid by the Merchant Guild to kill them all. Because
Waylaying caravans.
exactly.
I mean, but I assume not very caravans would have been near this place after the whole. Oh yeah, it's haunted by evil. Death
Yeah,
dealing
but they have to travel past it to go from Sumberton to any of the northern towns. It's like right on the trade route.
Yeah.
That's
There's no
what
real
that's
way
done.
to go to Krokar from here without. Wait, did I say Krokar?
Not
meant
Krokar, Silvermont, yes.
It
Yeah.
just seems strange that like this quality of goods. I mean, maybe for the
I mean, there's still going to be a lot of carts traveling to and from Summerton. It's this, City of Bridges. Everybody's got to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss anything?
Nope, we're just talking about collecting all the loot.
yeah. We've essentially determined that these are probably bandits or highwaymen that are set up here. It's a question as to how or why, because is the keep in any like different shape than it was last time? Like, has it been
Yes.
improved upon? It's been improved upon, and
Yes, as I mentioned to you
Seems
before,
to be a
Yeah.
different building.
it does look different, both from the outside and the inside. When you came in before, it was pretty much gutted. There was virtually no internal walls. Even the shape seemed to be different. Now, the bandits couldn't, if this was the case, and again, I'm just saying this is what you would assume based upon what you're finding here, whether it's correct or not, who knows. But the bandits couldn't have altered the shape, but they could repair. It does look like, and where they find stuff like all these, let's put the select tool on, they find all this kind of stuff. They get that from so many places. They can get it from going after caravans or riverboats, or just raiding farmsteads or the like. They could even have stockpiled it over the years from wherever, or have got it in a legitimate manner. A lot of the supplies in here aren't necessarily of high value or of expensive nature. But these things in here, other than
Back in a minute. Sorry.
other than the water buckets and the crates of supplies, etc., that's definitely not something to do with bandits. the tables that were set down here, not bandits, the food and drink that was on there.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, that was I was going to bring up that.
Yep.
Like that's
Not bandits.
clearly something has. Whether the bandits came after all the stuff were made, or whether they were, because they're definitely not bandits anymore. They're lying dead as zombies and skeletons. So whether the spirit pretended not to be here to let them come and set up, or if they were working together at some point, or I don't know. I've got no idea. I can only speculate. But this place seems to be still pretty cursed.
Do we want to actually check out the bottom of the well?
Oh, thanks for volunteering.
Fine. Shiro will check out the bottom of the well if nobody else will.
Okay, well, let's get.
It's gonna take longer because he can't climb, so he's gonna have to be lowered down and pulled out. But
I mean, even if I was going to go down there, I'd still want a rope with me.
Oh,
yeah, I know, but you could actually climb back up. That's fine.
Yeah, I
Shiro will do it.
Sure, why not?
No, I'm
No.
doing it now. You coward. Also, this way we don't need a light source because I can see in the dark and I'm smaller than you. So
There
it's
is a
probably
torch
easier for
down
me to
there,
get down the
slowly
well.
sputtering out.
It's okay. I'll do it. I'm just gonna.
Do you think
heal
there's something down
myself
the bottom?
first. 6 hit points. I just think we paid for information that said that that might be relevant. The miasma hasn't lifted, and that concerns Shiro greatly.
Mm.
Shiro's like, I don't like this. I think that there's either something to do with the brazier, the table, this room in general, or the room that had the table and the knife in it. Like, that knife is obvious. Like, it must mean something. Or it's a very good misdirect and rather irritating. Who knows? That's entirely possible too. It wasn't magical. It's just, like, stuck to the table. But I don't know. Like...
It seems like it was a ritual knife or a sacrifice knife or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Whatever they were using it for, considering the stains, which were probably blood, but you never know.
Maybe we should take it out of the keep, actually. Would one of you guys, like, take the knife and throw it out of the keep? Like,
Sure.
pick it up in, like, a, with 2 pieces of wood and then throw it out of the miasma.
Sure, I do that. That sounds fine. Wisdom 5. I wouldn't do. Sounds good to me.
Okay. You pick up the knife. You take
I
it.
pick up the knife with the 2 pieces of wood as suggested and throw it out of the keep.
Yeet.
Out of the miasma.
It's gone. It's out of the miasma. It clatters
That's
across the
awesome.
cobblestones and then skitters to a halt on the dewy grass.
Now I know
Alright.
when I'm listening to me.
As long as it's in direct sunlight and nothing's happening, I'm cool with it.
Were you talking with not pushing to talk?
No, my mic was stopped working for some
Okay.
reason.
What were you trying to say?
I was just trying to work out what we're doing with everything in this room. Are we taking all the tables and chairs and brazier?
If we
and everything?
can. We can't take the brazier. It's way too big.
No, it's not.
I don't mean size-wise. I mean weight-wise. Like,
Is it?
that much iron?
Yeah, you reckon it would weigh maybe 200 plus pounds at least?
Oh,
yeah,
dang.
so like 4 blokes, 6 blokes should be able to pick it up and carry it.
The
Yeah.
table probably weighs close to that as well.
Yeah, that's not.
So
like
we could have it and the table on our cart, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we set up a line around that, say, broken pillar.
We've got a mule, and all of the furs can be rolled up on top of the mule on the table and chair.
I'm just going to carry the first, but whatever. Lower me down in here.
Yep,
Somebody.
we tie a line on this. I'm sort of bracing anyway. I pull Jaquan into help if need be, and we lower him down.
Cool. I'm just going to heal myself
I'll
once more
come over
before I
here
go.
and
Okay.
Wing, full hit
It
points.
is about 180 feet.
Oh, man.
It's a long way
Do we
down.
have 180 feet of rope?
Oh, Lenz has got 50.
I got 50 on the cart.
Anybody else got any rope?
Nope.
So this doesn't work. Cool.
But can you see the bottom?
No, not from there. I can't.
You can because there is a torch slowly sputtering out. And as I
Oh,
said
okay.
before, it seems to be a rocky bottom. Of course, you can't see everything. You can only see the shaft, but it's possible that there's a larger chamber down there. Hard to tell. There are some kind of funny shadows occurring.
Damn it.
If only you had someone who could climb walls.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was just gonna say, are you gonna get out and let me do it now? Or are you gonna
Yes, I'll climb
stubborn?
back out. Well, pull me back out.
Yeah, we'll pull you up. Once he's out, I'll go look around. I'll
Yeah,
go
are there
look
any
around.
ropes in the supplies?
Take the supplies.
Surely they've got rope.
Yes, you'll find some ropes.
I'm back.
There you go.
Sweet.
Alright.
All right, do
put-
you want to go, Lenza?
Yes.
Yep,
I'd love
tie
to
the extra rope on.
before I go down. If it'd be nice, just so I'm not in danger of dying, but I'm also not full. So you know.
Oh, I just used my last 2 heals
Yeah,
on myself
that's
because I
fine.
was going down.
Yeah, no, it's all good. No, your logic is sound. I just wanted to apply to me.
Yeah. So, oh wait, no, I actually do have one more. Never mind. I will cast
Sean
my
can also
final
if
heal on
Sean
you.
has another. Oh, no, but no, you only got one spell left, don't you, Sean?
What's that?
You only got one spell slot left, don't you?
I do, and it's not a heal.
Yeah, no,
But
it's
mine
okay.
is. Here you go. I will heal you, Lenza.
Are you worried about getting attacked whilst you're going
for
down
6?
I mean, it's better to have more health than not.
Yeah,
Well,
agreed.
Like,
there? I'll cast Sanctuary on you if you want.
nah, that's fine. I'm on full health now anyway.
No,
All right, let's dive down.
Sanctuary's
We're
better
up pretty
than
quickly if you
heal.
have to.
I'll probably grab a. Should I take another torch down there? Probably, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Rather than relying on the sputtering one that may go out by the time I'm down to get down there.
Mm-hmm.
I also had you a large sack. Just in case it's something worth picking up.
Here, take my +1 large sack.
Sure. All right. And you descend down. All right.
When someone gives me the +1 large sack to hold, I get worried.
All right. So you've attached 3 ropes to each other. Let's see how well they've been attached.
Lenza would have checked them just in case.
Unfortunately, none of you have any rope use secondary skills.
No,
So-
not at all.
Let us roll 1d20 per
Join?
join. So there's
So
2
two.
joins. Yep.
Survival's pretty close to rope skills.
It's not equivalent.
No. So just roll 1d20 for each of them. You can
Sailor
roll.
would have been good though.
Sure,
A
I'll
sailor
do
would
it.
have been good.
Or
3.
Wagoneer.
There's 2 joins. Ooh. Ooh. The first one's not a good roll. But you know what? If anyone heavier than you was going down, I was going to have it a 1 or a 2. Would have failed. But because you're light, I was only going to have a 1. So the first knot, which would have been absolutely lethal for you, holds. The second knot holds as well. All right, you get to the bottom. It takes you a little bit of time, but you know, it's okay. It's pretty claustrophobic as you get down there. Just as you get to the bottom, the torch sputters out.
Luckily, I have another one in my hand.
Yep.
Or at least on me.
Yep.
That I can light very easily when I get down there.
In your
Right.
teeth.
You get down there, and as soon as you get to the bottom,
Mhm.
lighting the torch, you feel a cool breeze, like a draft, stale, that feels kind of oppressive down here.
Yes, I will light the torch immediately. So I want to be able to see.
Okay, let me do this.
Take me
You
to another
know-
map.
You know the
Nope.
first rule of confined spaces?
Mm.
Don't go in them.
Don't go in them,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure you're tied on so when you pass out from lack of oxygen, you can be hoisted out.
Mhm.
Because now what's going to happen is we're going to go, oh no, someone else has to climb down there to make sure
I'm
you're safe."
tied to the rope.
You are tied to the rope?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be tied to the rope?
Ah.
Okay,
Around the neck.
there is. I'm not taking you
No.
to another map. There is a larger chamber here, but it's not huge. It's maybe about 10 by 15 feet. The ceiling is only low, maybe about 6 feet. Thankfully, you don't have to crouch. Being an elf, you're a bit short. You do see that there are remains down here, bones scattered around. Clearly, more than one person has found their final resting place to be down here. You think 3 or 4 at the very least. However, that is not what draws your attention.
Yeah.
Suddenly, as you feel like this almost nauseating type presence as stepping towards you, almost, it seems almost out of the wall, is a creature or a person, stands about 5 feet tall, in a fairly nice or elegant looking black with gold embroidered robe, who looks like that.
Lovely.
And she holds up a hand and shh. That's where we'll leave it.
Oh,
It's Willowbroad. I know it's too tall.
I'm Grail. Am I the only one who sees that picture?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Cool.
Until people watch the video.
It's not the spirit. I'll tell you that.
That's
I
good.
got that because
bad.
she's wearing different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
MVPs, please.
I wonder who this is going to go to.
Yep.
If I vote for myself, can I disqualify myself?
You can vote for someone else, please.
That's /W jam, right? Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Forward slash. Yep.
Yep.
W space GM.
Mm-hmm.
Where I sent it.
You do that deliberately now, don't you?
Maybe.
Okay. So with 3 votes, it's Kruber.
That comes as a surprise to no one.
And
I'm surprised it went 4 votes to you, but apart from that, yeah.
and for runner-up, I get casting vote again because we have 2 players with 1 vote apiece, and I'm going to give it to Lenza.
Wait, what?
I hate to
Who
agree with Lenza, but no, I'm just joking.
Who voted for me? Can I not give it to me?
Too bad, buddy.
All right. So Lenza,
Yeah,
do you
well,
want the XP or do you want the blessing?
I'll take a blessing because my XP. I've actually pushed over to level up, so it's not a big deal at the moment.
Cool.
Actually, how many cards can I hold at once?
8. So I've changed it so you can have, and it's major and minor blessings together.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
only got 5 then.
so if I shuffle that and then deal 1 card to you don't change your name to Jaquan, do you? It's Dennbok, and 1 card to Lenza, and then say deal. All right.
Remind me how I get a major blessing again.
You,
You
get
get-
5,000 XP or something crazy.
That's a interesting card.
That is a useful card.
I don't know which cards you got, so
I got a card saying you can use a scroll not normally allowed for your class, as though you were the required class.
Oh, yes,
That's-
nice.
Cool. Yes, that may be useful.
I got lingering injury. Take a week off and walk it off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very nice.
cool. All right. Well, successful mission, possibly.
Possibly. I mean,
Amazing.
I'm not
That's-
having to
that's
wrap
what
this up until I deal with the thing that's down the bottom of the well with me. But
I
Kruger's
mean,
feeling pretty good.
without that 1 in 400, I felt like we were in pretty big trouble.
Yeah.
So
No. That's
hopeful
ordinarily
that
a 1 in
we're
400.
Sorry?
That was ordinarily a 1 in 400. The first roll had about a 50-50 chance of succeeding, and then when Grail said, "Do it again,"
No, I didn't say do it again. It was.
Sorry,
I think
it
it
was
was
me.
Yeah. I said here comes Jaquan's ubiquitous natural 20,
Yeah.
and then Aaron said do it again.
So then I think it dropped to probably about a 3 in 4 chance of that happening, rather than your 1 in 400.
It was impressive. You know, but
It was entertaining.
what can you do? Anyway, good game, guys. Thank you very much. I will
That was
shift you
fun.
back to the title page. Cool.
Thank you for another highly enjoyable session.
And a cliffhanger for Lenza.
Yes, just for me.
I think
do.
a well bottomer rather than a cliffhanger.
Well, you don't know what's down there.
True.
There could be a cliff.
More.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you guys. Well played.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.